There we go. All right. Why is that so difficult? I should show everybody the whole. I don't know who got finance, but now I'm going to be crunching on camera again.
Yeah.
What?
I bought something crunchy as well, so I don't know if I should.
So, this is the amazing game box. It's really hard to tell if I'm on camera or not, but I think I am.
Yeah, it looks good.
But, yeah. Like, incredible artwork. Love it. I don't know why, for some reason, I just kept thinking all week that we were doing the planet one again, and I was like, I'll run that league called Unfathomable.
Oh, I'm all about, we can do that one again too. I love it.
That one I would love, because I don't think Eric played that one, did he?
Mm-mm.
Which one's that?
Unsettled.
Unsettled. Yeah.
No one I have.
Which was Bueno. You need to play that one too. That's a fun one.
Knife.
That one is put together really well too. This one, Cthulhu, the genre is my jam, so I'm looking forward to this one.
I picked my guy last time since we didn't complete the game.
Yeah, we just tried it for like a turn or two.
Do we have audio? Can they hear us?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're live. We're a little early ahead of schedule, but we're just doing setup and letting people watch us set up.
Hooray!
So you're pretty well set up. That's where the monster's supposed to be.
Yes. So the beginning of it is, you've got these two guys in the deep portion, two here, and two on the boat, and then you have two groups of civilians here and here. And then we'll be able to take care of our people here in a minute and then get them set out on the board. So
Okay. Who's going to be the traitor?
It's one of you two. It's always one of you two.
Very true. Just so you guys know, that's always either Joe Face or Eric. As he evil laughs.
Engines are fine, guys. I don't know what you guys
Engines
are
are
talking
totally
about.
fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
the only thing here is that we have another ship that has engines that can possibly go wrong. So
That's true.
Well, what could possibly happen?
exactly, what could possibly go wrong?
Right?
Blow up the boiler and put
Woo!
us up on the reef. Come on.
You know what? I think I'm just gonna stick. I'm gonna do what Eric did. I'm gonna stick to who I had last time. Although
Oh, I didn't pick my people.
we're doing that now. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this guy again. Here are the characters, sweetie.
Okay.
That will be Edmund Mallory.
Oh, that guy, the one with the ring.
The Fortunate Son.
Of course, I'm going to be Ishmael Marsh.
Oh, I wonder if because I'm not, streaming like a normal person. Why won't you let me chat?
Here, find your unique
Oh
item.
yeah, your item.
Are we not live anymore?
Yeah, I'm watching this.
Yeah, we're live. There you go. Find your unique little item. And you're this guy. Right?
Yes.
Maybe we should take hers too. Or no, Reba's still looking.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I was just trying to.
Where's your starting spot for your character, Joe?
We'll say on one side of his card.
Alrighty.
I start in the galley.
With me?
No, taking all the food.
Hey, it's
I don't remember
lunchy
who it
time.
was last time. Yeesh. I'm gonna be William Bowleg, I think. Because I think I was the gypsy, wasn't I last time?
I don't remember, to tell you the truth.
No.
Alright, then I'm just gonna be the gypsy then. 'Cause I thought I was last time. Alright. That's my card. I can't say if it's in the thing. Oh yeah, it is. So that's who I am. And the camera's a lot higher, so hopefully we are. Oh, I am well equipped.
Never mind, I'm not going to say anything.
Were you the? Oh, were you the nurse last time?
Maybe. This time I'm the gypsy, and I thought there was a black cat, but it's actually like a Scotty dog. So never mind.
Here, what's your,
Red bandana
right
lady.
here. Where you start?
I don't know.
On the side. And also you get your wonderful thing that...
Starting space, cargo hold.
Because you're a stowaway.
I'm like, what are you doing down there?
Yeah, what am I doing down there?
Cargo hold.
Cargo hold.
Yeah.
Ripping us
And
off.
then starting item, Starbuck. Oh, is that my dog?
Yes.
Aw.
It's an homage to the other one.
Aw.
What was the other one?
The other one, it was Battlestar Galactica. So a lot of the mechanics from the Battlestar Galactica board game
Oh,
Got it.
were reincorporated into this.
that's right.
So that's kind of their homage to it.
That makes sense.
There's a reference card. There's a reference card. Okay, reference card. Okay. And then
You a reference card. You a reference card.
the
Right?
Oprah of reference cards.
I want to see if this works still. Yay, it does.
May I see the people?
You may see the people. Is it still live and moving?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. What?
Looks like Stress's buddy is here.
Who's that?
Big crow.
Oh, hey, Big. Hello.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, what do we have for?
This is audio's good.
What do we have for skills? So we can have complementary
Oh.
skills.
I have
Joe's got
one
the gambit.
more, 2 observation, 2 will.
What do you
Um,
have as far as skills?
2 lore, 2 strength, and 1 will.
This guy might be good.
Is that the good trader there, Joe?
Is there ever a good trader?
And I don't know if we recorded this or if we streamed this last time,
No, we didn't.
but
We didn't have this one out. We just played it. A round or 2 of it.
Yeah, we did just we didn't have a lot of time to go through.
It was at Eric's house.
No, it was at Glass Die.
Yeah, we did.
oh,
It was Glass Die. And
Oh, it was.
Yeah, we just didn't have enough time to stay and finish, that's all.
no, we kicked this out.
Okay.
You've been here for 2 hours. You must leave.
I start. Start on the bridge.
Over here role playing and not drinking.
Here's my dude. I'm on the
darn
bridge.
board game players.
Oh, I forgot to bring the weed. Oh, well.
Ah.
Next time. Because I want you guys to try that coffee one.
I think I
Did
would
we
enjoy
not
it.
try the coffee one? Oh, no, that's the one we didn't get to last time.
We didn't get to it.
Right.
Okay, I think my person's more combat oriented. With his skills and such. Because my guy has the deck chief.
I almost played him. He has a handy ability.
He does. As an action, I can move to any deck space, then perform one action, which is amazing.
There's no way we have 351 views already on this.
I don't know. It's weird.
Let's just say it.
Right?
I don't see that count unless it's supposedly 5 viewers, but who knows? We can't really trust the can't trust the matrix. Can't trust the metrics. Don't trust the matrix either, but
Unless you can manipulate it, then it might be kind of fun.
not the one. You not the one.
Okay, so my guy, I have the 2 influence, 2 strength, and an observation. And my guy's action ability that I can use is move to any deck space.
Is this on mute?
It's just on low.
Okay.
Yeah, move to any deck space and perform an action, so that's kind of nice. And then everybody should have one of these. So let's see here. Self-sacrifice.
I gave Joe and Rita's theirs, so.
Perfect. Okay.
You say you're laying down on the job?
No, it might be easier for people to see who's where.
Oh,
Well, that's not a bad idea.
good idea. And the camera angle is your viewpoint, so everything is.
Yeah, it might just be easier for people to see where we
Yeah.
are.
Since we're straight, top down, and
Right.
at an angle.
And, yeah.
Yeah, good idea.
What's my abilities?
Oh my gosh.
So, because I'm a scavenger, if I have 4 or fewer items and I am not in the brig, I can draw 1 item card. Then I may give one of my items to another human in my space, and it's limit once per turn.
That's really nice.
That could be useful.
That's going to be very useful for items. Because the items are pretty potent in this game. So what's your starting item that you have?
A dog.
Me, my dog. Where is he?
Oh, I bet he's right there.
Okay. Let's see. He's a creature. Aw. You may remove this card from the game to prevent yourself from being defeated. Action. Perform an attack against an enemy in your space, then perform 1 action. Limit once per turn.
That's nice.
Right. So, is that an extra action and an extra attack?
So yeah, you get, on your
Okay.
turn, you get 2 actions. So one of those might be what's printed on the card. So,
So you can move, and then you can do.
yes.
I can move, and then I can do. Excellent.
All in one.
What do you know? So once per turn, I can use his ability
And that,
to do an attack, or do an extra
yeah, an attack and then another
action.
thing. And then my 6 shooter that I have for the item is perform an attack against an enemy in your space, add 2 to your die result.
Ooh.
So I'm really good at
The-
taking out these little dudes.
Crock pot is heating, by the way.
Okay, good.
So I stirred everything. We just have to turn it on high.
I totally
Around.
forgot to go back and check.
Eric, what do
and see
you
if
have?
I have the
It was on even
Book
without
of
an indicator.
Dagon,
Yeah.
and this book can move all deep ones in your space to a single adjacent space, then perform 1 action. Limit once per turn.
Okay,
that's
that's useful.
Useful
really
for maneuvering
Yeah.
people out or moving them around or
Yeah.
Also, what I can do too as an action is I could choose a monarch and discard one of my lower cards and move and roll the die. If I get the card value plus 7 or plus the die equals 7 or more, I get to move a chosen monarch to the deep.
and these are the monarchs,
Ooh.
these 2 guys.
So when they show up, I can go, hey, we don't like you, leave.
Yes, that's
Nice.
Very nice. What does your person do, Joe?
My guy's about success.
Wow. Well then.
He's
Love
the
it.
fortunate son. My ability is after a die is rolled or re-rolled, if you're not in the brig, you may discard 1 skill card from your hand to re-roll that die.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice.
And my ring gives me the ability to add +2 to any skill check But if I do, apparently I'm tempting the fates, because if you do and that skill check passes, shuffle 2 treachery cards into the chaos deck.
Again.
So,
Which we need to make the chaos deck, which consists of...
No, we don't. We don't need to do that.
That's the treachery.
We don't need to do that.
So that's treachery. That doesn't go in, but we get
nonsense,
2
sir.
of each of these. So
And this is the treachery deck, right?
that's like the fate deck.
The fate deck. Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna put 2 of each of these. And
Oh, so we probably need to shuffle these. Make sure they're nicely shuffled.
yes, those need to be shuffled.
And everybody takes a random card. Is that correct?
Yes, we'll do that here in a second.
Sorry.
But that will happen very shortly.
Okay, I will.
Yes, but that we are almost to that. We can back that up a little.
all right. He's cool, yes.
I think we need to get who is.
Yes.
This was your life.
Okay, well, we're on Twitch, so if you guys want to watch what we're doing.
We got the items. Got the characters. Oh, draw skill cards.
Okay,
So
I will. I'll send you the link.
Skull cards?
skill cards.
Okay.
So we need to find out. The current player does not start the game with any skill cards. So.
I don't know what skull is that.
She's so cute.
What'd she say?
She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I had to get off camera to answer." She's like, "What? Goodbye, goodbye, go away."
All right.
So Joe's passing out skull cards, apparently.
Skill cards.
That's not what you said.
Skills.
Oh, skull or skill?
Skill
What are we
cards.
doing?
So, who's going to be first player?
Sounds like a traitorous thing
Do we
to
roll
do.
hot see?
Let's just roll, and then we'll go clockwise.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fine with that. I'm actually better suited to being later in the round. I pass.
All right. I'll go first, and we'll go right then.
Okay, all right. Which is normally, just for those that are watching, that's normally what we make him do anyways. I don't know why he decided to have us roll, because we always make him go first.
Okay, so we need to find out who's going to be captain and who's going to be keeper of the tome. So, here's the line of succession for the captain. So, no one's the captain. I'm the first mate, so I'm the captain of the ship.
Got it.
And as captain, you are the person in charge of the ship and its operations. So when the travel track advances to the arrive space, take a look at the top 2 of the waypoint deck and place one on the bottom of the deck and resolve the other. When the human player on the bridge draws a mythos card with an option on it, choose which track to advance. Oh, if they're in the brig. I got it. If they're in the brig. So if someone... We'll cross that bridge when that happens, but I'm going to take these, are all the waypoints, so I get to decide when the ship actually moves along where our destination goes
Got it.
to. And then Keeper of the Tome. William Bowleg? No. And then Ishmael Marsh, the Exile. Oh, you get the tome. So read what the tome does.
Magic man. He's magic.
You are tasked with keeping the ancient tome spells found with the murdered passenger in the chapel. Who murdered the passenger? Reading from the book allows you to cast spells, but the results can be unpredictable. Action: look at the 2 top cards of the spell deck. Place one on the bottom of the spell deck, then resolve the other. Limit once per turn.
So this is, you get that. Those are spells.
I can't pick my spells.
No, you draw 2, pick one, cast it.
I cast magic missile.
That sounds like a terrible school of magic.
I cast magic missile.
I don't know if there's much darkness in here.
I'm sure we'll find some.
All right. You got the spell deck. Okay.
Alrighty. My magic card.
Okay, yeah. Loyalty deck. So everybody, there are a total of 8 cards in there. And everybody's going to get 1 to start with. And then when the ship has traveled to its halfway point, the rest of those cards are going to be drawn out. So. Oh, I'm going to have to take this one then.
We're supposed to. Okay.
Alright, so Joe's the traitor.
Right.
Interesting. Well, I'm obviously human.
Those fish look like boobs for a second. I really could not figure out what I was looking at.
Oh.
I was like, whoa. Oh, never mind. Just kidding.
Okay.
All right. Here, you guys can share one of these cards down there. It's a reference card. Okay. So, if we're ready, we can begin.
All right.
Alright.
Does that suit the trader?
And are all of our dials turned correctly?
They should all start at 8
Okay.
with the little chevron on the side there. Okay.
Oh, man.
So, general flow of the game is everybody has 2 actions. There are a whole list of things that you can do with your actions. There's moving, there's fighting, there's all these whole different things you can do with your actions. You can do actions inside the ship, fight creatures, all sorts of things. We have those all lined out on our cards. But what we should do first are receive skills, which we didn't get before, not skulls. So, Eric, what are your skills?
Well, the traitor will get skulls.
Trader will get skulls.
Right. So that's you.
Okay. So I get 2 lore, 2 strength, and 1 will.
2 lore. And then there's 2 strength. And
A will.
1 will.
1 will. This one, right?
Right. It's the
brain.
Brain.
The brain.
brains.
I have 1 lore, 2 observation, 2 will. Thank you.
I don't like to limit myself, so I'll just take 1 of each.
1 of each.
Oh, my. Okay. All right, then.
Interesting.
And then I get 2 influence.
Who shuffled these?
An observation.
The trader.
I'm not a traitor.
I have cuttlefish.
Oh my god.
All right. So, let's see. How do we want to coordinate this? So, because this gets bad really fast. So,
Yeah, it
I
does.
can.
We need to get up there and get those thingies off the deck.
Okay, so we have these guys on the deck. We've got
Right.
these people who are vulnerable, and if they get
Oh, I
taken
forgot
out
about
by
the
the
passengers. That's right.
yeah, we have passengers on the deck,
Okay.
and if these guys get to the passengers, they're going to take them
Wait a
out as
minute.
well.
Do I have a way to move a passenger?
You can get to a passenger and get them to safety so they're removed from the board.
Okay. And how do you move spaces?
So on your action, you perform move, and that's so you can move to any space.
Oh, cool.
You just your move action is move to a space. So your choice.
So, and those little guys are not deep ones.
These guys, no. These are just straight up
The little
passengers.
guys, those
These little guys, yeah, they're monsters.
So they're deep ones?
They're deep ones.
Okay. This says I can choose. Oh, I don't have to even be in the space. I don't think. Action. Choose 1 enemy in any space and roll a die. If the chosen enemy is a deep one, add 2 to the result. If the result is 6 or more, defeat the enemy.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay.
You got one of those.
Okay.
So I think as an action, will somebody be able to go after these guys and help them out?
How do you, let's see.
Because I can go and try to take out the
So
fish
they
guys.
have to be in my space and I have to move them to another space.
Yes. So you would do.
Do we move them to another space, or do we just rescue them and the token goes away?
You are going to.
It just says rescue a passenger in your space.
Yes,
So
that is an action.
And I think that just means the token goes away.
The token goes away, so it
Okay.
goes back into a pile. If it's ever
well, I'm pretty close to this one, so
distance doesn't matter in this game because when you move, it's not an adjacent space. You can go anywhere on the ship.
oh, perfect. So yeah,
On the ship.
whoever is more of an attacky type person, like you guys can go up there and
I'm going to take care of the fish guy.
Rescue this
I'm going to
person.
take care of. I'm going to go after this guy. So, my first action, I have this as deck chief. So move to any deck space, which is the outer spot, and then perform an action. And I can do that once per turn. So I'm going to move over here, and I'm going to use my other action is going to be and perform an action, which is going to be an attack action with my gun.
okay.
So, yeah, I need a 4 or better in order to hit it, but my gun gives me a +2 to my die.
Nice,
So,
nailed it.
got it. So he is off.
Perfect.
I have one more action. Which I don't want to be in a fish space yet, I don't think. I can move.
You moved and shot.
I did, which is move in. So my
Oh,
action
your
I can
special
take is
ability.
move in it and move to any
Perform an
deck space and perform an extra action.
Gotcha.
So that was my first action I did there. Let's do. I don't want to be in his space yet because this guy might attack me, and that'd be bad. I can move here.
Okay. Did you choose to move there, or is that just where you have to move?
No, I chose to move there,
Okay.
so I can try to take care of this guy on my next turn.
Okay.
So I moved to the deck space, attacked, and then moved here because I don't want to be in a space with him because he might attack me. And I might get hurt. So once that's done, resolve a Mythos card,
No.
which is never good.
Right.
So
I don't think.
Is there?
yeah, that's what that is.
Oh, it's your turn. You read the misfortune.
It is. They're always bad.
I love the artwork on the back of these, just to
They're
show.
funny. I love that black and white.
Yeah.
Okay. This is wonderful. All right.
Oh,
So,
jeez.
accusation. A passenger has accused someone aboard of being in league with the Deep Ones. Eric.
I was just gonna say the same thing. Oh my god, that's funny.
The accused insists upon their innocence. Someone with authority needs to step in. Oh, the captain chooses. Detain the accused. Choose a human who is not in the brig. Move that human to the brig. Or decline to act. You and the current player each discard two skill cards. Shuffle 2 treachery cards into the chaos deck. Oh. Well, that would be...
How do you get out of the break?
How would you ever not be the current player?
You and the current player. So I'm the current player.
Right, but what if he wasn't the captain? If he also wasn't the captain, it's calling for the captain to do whatever.
Yeah, captain
So
chooses...
the captain and the person that
Oh,
has
so I'm
the-
one. I'm one and the same.
Yes, you are one in the...
You and the current player. So that's
That
me.
is you. That is all you,
Discard
sir.
2 skill cards.
Yes.
So that means I would discard 4 skill cards.
I
No,
don't
just
think
2.
so.
Because it's calling for a single player to discard 2.
So
Or you put Eric in the brig.
I might put Eric in. Well, no one
but
may
we
be
need you to-
That's
we
the
need
way
you
to start off the game.
I am human for sure. I am human for sure.
We need
So,
him to kill the fishy on the deck there.
Okay. Well, if you don't care, I will discard 2 skill cards, and 2 treachery cards are going to go into the fate deck.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
So,
or if someone at this point wants to volunteer to go to the brig,
what are the
What
brig
is
rules?
what are the brig rules?
Action,
can't
resolve the skill check, passes,
so you're basically you're
Oh,
stuck
no.
and can't do much in the brig.
Does it mean you can't move? Can you still do actions and things?
Character in space follows the brig rules. Let's look at the brig rules really quick. You don't leave.
Yeah, you can't leave.
You get a couple cards, and you have to break out
That's okay.
for being in the brig.
Revealed traders can leave the brig.
Okay.
Action.
I would prefer
And it has to be 8 or above. I got it.
prefer us to not be stacking treachery.
Action. Resolve the skill check if the check passes move to any ship space. Resolve what skill check? This 8 lore, 8 strength.
So, yes, you need to pass that. So you need to put out in cards that equal that.
If you want to throw me in the brig, fine, throw me in the brig.
You know,
So, adding 2 of the treachery cards to the fate deck. How many treachery cards are already in the fate deck?
none.
Oh,
There are 2 of each of the basic color. Treachery cards are always negatives.
right. Those are awful.
So,
Well,
In the brig, what can you do other than try to break out?
let's
Can you
see.
still play your cards?
you cannot use abilities on item cards. You cannot add more than 1 skill card to each skill check. You
leave-
cannot move out of it unless an effect specifically allows it, or you pass that skill check.
If the player, yeah. So they're basically stuck in there. They can't get out. They get, let's see here.
That just sounds like a bad idea.
Can
I
they
think
play action cards though?
only 1. So whenever you have a skill check, you can only help out with 1 card.
Yes, on the mythos and such.
But I have cards that do other things.
No, you cannot use it. Oh, I don't know.
So in order to break out, you have to roll the die and plus cards.
So it's just,
Or is it just cards?
I think it's just the skill check.
It's the die and the card total,
That's what I
but you can only add 1 card because you're in the brig.
Oh, that even sucks
The
worse.
die.
You're going to make the skill check, so you can throw 1 card in and roll the d8, and you need to get, the number here is 8, so you need to get 8 or higher.
And have 1 of each card.
Well, one of the brig rules you said was you can only add 1 card to a skill check.
I'm
right?
just forgetting how to do, like, is the skill check mean that we have to have a total of 8 of these cards, or we
You
roll
can
an
either-
8 and have 1 of each card?
You can use either lore or strength
Uh-huh.
cards to get out. So you can either think your way out or muscle your way out.
Uh-huh.
You can't use influence cards to get out. You can't use whatever these other cards are.
So it has to total 8 or more. How
Yes,
the cards
with 1 card and the result of the 8-sided die. Because wasn't one of the things you said you can only add 1 card to a skill check?
Right, but that doesn't mean the rest of us can't add card. I thought.
Oh, no. Well, the person trying to break out can only add 1 card.
Right. I just don't remember having to roll a die for skill checks.
Well,
You roll the die for skill checks, do you not, Joe?
that's what I'm clarifying.
Okay.
Because I remember we all put cards out, and then he added up the totals, and that was it. I don't remember rolling a die, but then why would we have cards that say add a die roll? I thought the die was just attacking.
Maybe.
No, because it doesn't say just attacking, so I don't know.
Each skill check can be initiated by a crisis, and the action abilities of the captain's cabin and brig spaces. Each skill check has a target number and 2 or more skill icons that indicate the supporting skills for that check. Each skill type not shown will oppose the skill. To resolve the skill check, players follow step. Announce the criteria. Add chaos cards. So the current player creates a skill check pile by taking the top 2 cards from the chaos deck and places them face down within reach of all players. Add skill cards, starting with the player on the left. And they add skill cards.
The die is just for attacking. But everybody throws in for the skill checks.
Looks like
I did not remember
And then
that part.
2 of the chaos cards, which are
Yeah,
where?
there's always 2.
Those.
It's from the
Got it.
the fate deck.
Which
yeah.
is what we will be screwing up if we
Add those.
start adding these.
Right. Which, if those are not lore or strength, they will subtract from the total number of. Okay. Well, I can barely help, literally.
I'm going to say if we're going to brig anybody, and I am the one voting for not putting these treachery cards in yet, brig me.
I'm only going to have to put in one. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go... We're going to go like that.
For what?
Oh, no. You're right. Yeah. Okay. We'll brig you.
Okay. In the brig.
In the brig. Okay. Those are my 2 actions. So, Eric, you are up.
What to do, what to do.
Thanks for helping me.
Oh, yeah? Weird. Maybe it's because you're flexing your jaw muscle. That's not a medical thing. I don't know. Just...
I wasn't arguing.
I guess I'll move up to the bench.
It's medical nonsense.
I trust your medical expertise.
Those are my 2 actions.
What did you do,
What
sir?
are you doing in the bridge?
Nothing, because I just moved. It's 2 actions, right? Move, move.
No, move. You
Move
can
is
go
within,
anywhere
right?
on the ship. You pick
I know, I keep forgetting
any
that too.
destination.
So now you can do another action.
Yes.
Oh, I sees.
So you're going to rescue that person.
Yeah, I'm gonna rescue a person. Let's see.
You go
Joe
th-
faces down.
yeah, I'm gonna go down there and do that one. So that can be moved there, and then this just goes off the board for the rescue. And then Mythos for you.
Oh,
Oh, hold on, Eric. Did you do the beginning of your turn?
oh yeah. Sorry, I gotta.
Yeah. Draw skill number. Draw the number and type of skill cards indicated on your character sheet.
So I need another 2 lore, 2 strength, and 1 will, right?
How many of these can we have in our hand?
And that I will find out.
Uh-oh, did it stop? Oh, like that's not going to help. Okay.
That's all right.
You have a hand limit of 10,
Oh, okay.
which at this point no one's going to be over 10 because you start with 5 and you're going to draw 5 each turn. So
Okay.
All right. So I rescued. So I moved and I rescued.
Okay.
Right?
so now you draw the Mythos and go from there.
Yes. And you have your Mythos right here.
Move all deep ones in your space to a single. Okay, to a single. Okay. And my mythos.
Oh my god, I never even finished this. I'm so dumb.
Oh no.
We're learning.
I know. I forgot to do this part.
Oh yeah, the symbols on the bottom. We have to do things.
Yes, you do them in order. So the first one has to do with the deep ones. And so we get to resolve the deep ones. The current player activates the deep ones in order. Attack humans, defeat passengers, move the deep ones. So,
Did you say attack Cubans?
no, attack humans.
Oh. I was like, how did we get to Cuba?
All right, instead of. I'll just go ahead and finish that and we'll discuss
That's it. We're done with that. So now that's the resolution. Oh, and then the arcane part goes up 1. Those are my cards. All right. Yeah, that was retroactive, but
Okay, so
Oh no.
instead of rescuing, this
God.
deep one's going to destroy the bridge, right?
they only can do one thing. So he isn't. He just moved here on the turn. He's not on your turn, maybe. So that might have changed what you're gonna do. I don't know.
Yeah, let's go. Let's not rescue the guy. Let's change this again. Move there.
So a bunch of people's?
I had forgotten to finish the rest of this, which was
The icons at the bottom.
icons at the bottom of my card. So
All right. Let's kill this guy, huh?
How much damage can you do in the bridge?
he can destroy it, and I mean we just have to go back and repair it. So
Easy to fix the bridge of your boat, right?
of course, I mean they don't really know how to. I mean they just have
Hopefully my chip crunching is not excessive.
placid hands, which just kind of blur and slime things.
I don't want to discard right now.
I'm just saying, if you smashed it, then at least we know all the pieces are there. We just
I know we just have to Lego them back into place.
I am just going to use my... I'll say that. Let's attack him first, see what happens.
It did. You don't discard that, do you? It's just an action, right?
Right.
Okay.
We do it once per turn. So it's like... so let's attack him. Do I have to use cards to attack again?
No,
Die.
you don't have to use a card to attack. If you're attacking a deep one, you roll a die. It's defeated on a 4+.
And a 4+. I'll do shriveling, which is choose one enemy in any space, roll a die. If you choose the deep one, add 2 to the result. If it's 6 or more, defeat that enemy.
Technically speaking, since we're on the learning curve, that means you could do that and not necessarily be in the bridge. If you wanted to go somewhere else, you can still hit him with that.
Very true.
Really?
Enemy in any space. That's what you just read, right?
Oh my lord.
Options! We have options!
Could go there and shrivel somebody.
Alright, let's do that then. Alright.
You're still in the
We are going to get this right, guys. I swear to God.
We're learning. That's the point. We're sharing the learning curve.
Our tag is casual playthrough, so
Alright.
There will be mistakes.
Oh, of course.
the tag actually stands for games that are like learning and casual, not.
We're just sharing the awesome of the game. That's all.
Oh my god, rules is
Yeah, not so rules layering. but-
definitely.
Alright.
So you're shriveling this dude.
Shriveling and shriveled.
He's been shriveled.
Gone. Goodbye, fishy. Yeah, you myrtleized.
Myrtleized.
Murder adjacent.
Okay.
Oh, this isn't even adjacent. He's straight up.
Who was it? You made somebody laugh with that.
Murder
last
actual.
one. Yeah, murder actual, not murder.
Alright. So I moved, I played a
I
card.
think that was
Is
that
that my
other
two
watcher,
actions?
Lynn, that cracked up when you did that.
Is that correct? I moved and then I played a card, and that's my 2 actions, right?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you moved, which was an action, and then you did the action on the shriveling. So you cast the spell and shrivelized it.
Okay.
Shrivelized. Alright, now Mythos.
Mythos. Oh,
Oh
yeah,
man,
let's take
there's
care.
so many fish. I hate this.
Passenger riot. Wonderful. Frustrated and scared, a group of passengers are taking their anger out on the crew. Tensions are near boiling, but perhaps their fears can be quelled with firm discourse.
Firm discourse.
Firm discourse. So we gotta do.
We need a Jedi. I don't think we are Jedi on this ship.
We need a Jedi. Awesome.
So we need to do 13 on the skill check of either the handshaking one
Yeah.
or strength.
Okay.
And if we pass, we can draw 1 item card. If we do 10 plus, we lose 1 sanity, and if we fail, we lose 1 sanity, 1 soul.
Okay.
And 1 soul.
So
What?
that card is public. Anybody can see it, so we can place that out. So,
Yeah, lose 1 sanity and 1 soul.
which are on those dials?
Oh,
If
okay.
we-
Sanity on the head. Souls are the passengers of the
There
ship.
is a soul marker. I assumed I
It's
misheard.
souls of the ship. So basically, passengers, crew, etc. So yeah.
All right.
So
I mean, really, there's a lot of people to keep track of right now.
I can do nothing. I am hiding still.
So what's going to happen is when we do this, there are going to be 2 cards from the top of that. Those are going to go face down.
Okay.
We won't know what those are. Those are total random ones. It could be beneficial. They could be hindering because only these 2 symbols count for
Messing
the
all
positives.
this up.
It's influence and strength.
Yes.
help, but not by much, and they're much more valuable being used for what's on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. I gotta.
13's a high number.
I have a couple. I can give a fair amount to the check.
And it's a combination of the two, right?
You can, yes. These two sets are positive cards to the set. Anything not in those two are going to be subtract from it. So what's going to happen is Riva, you're going to contribute first, followed by Joe, then myself and Eric will be last.
I have nothing.
Can you contribute?
I can, but I don't think it's worth it. But there we go.
We can still see that, right? Or does it has to be down?
No, it has to
Oh,
be
no
down.
one can know what it is.
Okay.
I can help a lot.
If there is a trader, and there's not yet, that's how the trader sinks the skill checks.
So,
I can help a lot too. So.
do we both help halfway?
I think if we do halfway, we'd be better.
How
off.
much can we share about what we've done?
You can't give a number.
Okay.
Basically, you just can't say, I play X. No.
You can
I
allude
have-
to.
You can allude to it.
I have pitched in a fairly strong card, but it's the only card I've got that can help.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can do a couple fairly strong cards.
Okay. What I'm doing is
Selling our souls to the deep. I'm sorry, was that out loud?
all right. I'm going to play these two, and this is that's quite a lot towards it.
So 6, 9. Take a risk. I'll just play.
Well, remember, there's two cards in there that, statistically speaking, are probably going to detract from it. Mm-hmm. We have no idea what they are because.
But there's no treachery cards.
There's no treachery cards,
No,
but it's
But if it's anything other than those two symbols, you subtract,
subtract
the number.
it.
Does that
It's
make sense?
subtracted.
Yeah,
yes.
that's why they work against it. Yeah.
So yeah, it's
I contributed quite a bit. So
Yeah, I contribute quite a bit too.
okay, Eric. So you take all those cards, shuffle them,
them.
and then let's reveal what happened.
That should be really positive.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the cards I gave up were
I know the abilities on the cards are quite good.
because the next round when those deep ones move to the bridge, I'm gonna be pouncing on them.
I'm gonna take my gun and shoot and murder shoot as much as I can.
Murder shoot. Yes.
Murder.
Murder
the
shoot.
deep ones.
That's where you put your murder to get it to the murder laundry.
The murder shoot.
Right.
Ready?
All right, here we go.
Okay.
3.
Positive.
6.
2.
Oh, that's God.
-2.
Oh no.
So we're back up to 2.
2.
Here's the interesting thing.
5.
8.
8.
Okay.
We failed.
Oh, we didn't get it. Okay.
Ay, ay, ay.
Okay.
So lose 1 sanity and 1 soul.
Wait, we didn't even get to the 10 plus point?
Nope.
Holy moly. Okay, and I was looking at this too. This can't... If there was a trader, if there was a third card that had minus from our total, then we would have known there was a trader for sure. Because if we're only adding 2 cards from that random deck, so potentially, I mean, there could have been a gamble on the trader's part, thinking, oh, okay, well, if there's
Or
only...
these could have been positive.
They could have been positive, but 2 cards from there for sure.
Did that get shuffled? Because it's
It
the
did.
same card. Okay.
Yeah.
I shuffled
They were
them.
shuffled,
Just check.
so
I was in a
there's a lot of
shuffle.
duplicates. So,
Yes,
anyway,
shuffle.
I'm just saying, if there was a third negative card, we would have known right off the bat somebody is.
Those are rough cards to have in that deck because they're big variables.
Well, they're no longer in there now.
They're going to just keep shuffling through, are they not?
No, those are going to go to the discard pile. Once that random
Okay.
deck is gone, we make a brand new.
Okay.
Um,
I thought those were the cards that we were going to be going through each time.
No, it's going to make a brand new.
Okay.
Um,
Well, that was rough.
Yeah, that sucked. So we're gonna lose a soul, and we're gonna lose a sanity.
so each one goes down one.
These two.
Yeah, the brain is the sanity, and the people are the souls.
So that firm discourse did not go very well.
No, apparently people got thrown overboard and things were bad. So Eric, we're going to do the rest
Okay.
of what's on the bottom of your card now.
Fishies and a boat. The boat moves forward one.
On your,
Yeah.
So the first one is for the boat,
for the deep,
Fishy.
no, deep one,
the deep ones. Okay, so the deep ones move.
right? That's what.
So
the
that's what the
fish
fish.
thing
Yes.
thing.
So all the deep ones move.
Eesh, they're all in the. Okay.
They are all piled into the bridge.
Very good. I can do.
And then the boat, right?
And then the next one is the boat. The ship advances.
Yeah, the ship
Okay.
advances.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, discard.
So do we remember how the ship and the banishing spell works?
No.
So what happens on this one is the ship, as this goes down the track, people who are in the water are going to fly by the ship. They're going to go down. But when it hits the arrived point, we're going to draw one of these cards here, and the captain, I'll decide which of the two destinations we're going to head to. The other one's going to go to the bottom. It's going to be secret. And the other one will show everybody, here's our destination. And that's going to show time passing and how far the ship is making it to port.
Okay.
Once we hit a certain destination point, and I'll look it up real quick, it's our halfway point, and we hand out the rest of the treachery cards. And yeah, so someone at that point is definitely going to be a traitor. And then the other point is the banishing spell. So this is a greater banishing spell. And what happens is everybody who's on the deck and out in the water all get sent away.
Including player characters.
Yeah, if it's a player character, we go to the brig. Not the brig. We go to the sick bay because we got
Right.
hit by the banishing spell. Any crew are also taken out. So we don't want any crew people, any passengers or crew on the side of the ship when the banishing spell goes off.
Okay.
But it's a good way to clear the vessel out and not have so many deep ones and creatures out
And
trying to
it can
hit
only
us.
be the ones that are now in the brig wouldn't be affected by it. 'cause
They're not
out there.
effective. No, it's everybody on the
Ay, ay, ay. Okay.
deck of the ship and in the ocean.
Rad. Okay. Alrighty. There are 4 of them in there. This is awful.
Eric and I might be able, between the two of us, we should be able to do.
Yeah, but
Some
I'm
good
after
damage.
my mythos. I mean, they're just gonna keep piling on.
They will,
I just got rid of my really good card, so but
but we can try to mitigate the damage and push them back. So
Hold on. So I can move.
She gets to draw cards at the beginning of her turn.
Right.
oh yes, you do. Mhm.
I need 1 lore, 2 observation, 2 will. Oh. Well, I can move them to an adjacent space.
You can push them back out to the deck.
I don't know if that'll.
It'll delay.
It says choose a space, move all deep ones in that space to a single adjacent space.
It's not a bad choice.
That will delay them smashing the boat, I guess. I don't know what triggers that.
On the Mythos card at the bottom, it shows everything that will activate, and if the deep ones are in a space that they can trash, and there's like an order of things that the order of operations that they go after. They'll go after player characters, then they'll go after passengers, and then they'll attack the ship, and so on. So
Okay, hold on here.
crunchy things.
Right?
I like crunchy things.
Ooh, when a human moves to the brig, they lose any titles they have.
There was any what?
Titles they may have. So if the captain is moved to the brig, he loses the captain
not
status
at
and
the
moves to the next in line. Same thing with the
I still haven't been able to
tomekeeper.
tell if it's like super loud on camera.
I'm just the son now? Yeah. No longer the fortunate son?
No, unfortunately. Just
Okay, so attack a deep line, rescue passengers in action, remove cards. If I'm gonna attack against your enemy in your space, action. Let's see. Well, I guess I might as well move them all back out to a space. So lesser banishment, move them all to 2.
move him here.
Yeah, might as well.
It's the same thing.
And then, let's see. I'm in the cargo hold.
So as an action, you can draw.
Well, if I'm in the cargo hold, yeah, I was gonna say, look at the top 2 cards of the item deck. I can place one on the bottom of the deck and then place the other in your play area. So just out here or whatever, or what are they?
Your play area. So you own it.
All right, so that one I did. And then I'll do,
You want to do the item one?
yeah.
There's items.
Okay. Thought that said potato. I was like, what?
Oh, the potato.
Potato?
Going to do.
Well then. Alrighty. I pilfered one of your rifles.
So basically,
The bottom of that one?
you get those cards.
No. It doesn't.
Okay.
Oh well, yeah. No, you don't do any of the text. You go straight to the advancement at the bottom. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you're done?
Okay.
Is that your 2?
Yeah.
You got a cool item.
Gross. I did. I pilfered one of your rifles.
You got a rifle? You don't have a stowaway with a rifle?
Right? And a puppy. And a puppy! So I can perform an attack against an enemy in an adjacent space, including a water space, and add 1 to my die result.
Nice.
Right.
That's very nice.
Alright. But, ugh, gross. Oh man, come on. Deep One Swarm. The Deep Ones are throwing everything they have at the ship in hopes of overwhelming you. Our skill check is 15, and it is lore, observation, or strength. Pass, there's no effect. 11 or more, you resolve the fishy icon. If we fail, we resolve 2 fishy icons. And there's already a fishy icon and then the track on either side.
Okay, so that means you, as the player, gets to decide, does the ship advance or does the banishment spell advance?
Okay. 15, huh?
I am no help on this one.
Alrighty.
Holy
draw cards,
cow.
so-
That's a lot.
I already used a lot to help on the last one, which failed.
I can help out quite a bit.
So can I. So can I. And I still have good cards. I've still got some good stuff left.
I'm gonna pass because I haven't drawn cards yet.
Yeah, so Joe's gonna be the one to place first. Then it'd be
Okay,
me,
yeah.
Eric, and then you. But yeah, you can draw your two
Two of those.
from the. Those are gonna have to be in there. Well,
Okay.
Shazbot. I'm gonna be next to no help. I can help out very little.
Okay.
If you can help some, see
I
if you
could-
can offset the random cards maybe.
Okay, there's my contribution.
Oh, hell's bells.
Everything?
I got 3.
Oh, you have cards still left. Okay.
Okay.
And then you contributed, Riva?
Yep.
Okay. Oh,
And I can do significant
okay.
amount of. 15's high, but I don't want to do any of those things. Because we don't need any more fishies. Especially since we're still going to have to do
Yeah.
them.
The last thing we want is to give the deep ones 3
Right.
turns.
4. Six. I'm not counting. 2, 4, 8, 9, 11, 14, 10,
Ooh.
Oh, ouch.
7,
Oh, no.
8, 10. Oh no, what the hell? 5.
Oh, no.
Well, somebody put a negative card in.
Somebody put a negative card in.
Okay.
How interesting.
Isn't it?
Isn't it?
I don't find it interesting. I really don't.
Jesus.
Somebody is not who they seem to be.
Okay.
Yes.
Dude, but we didn't even.
And we didn't pass. So, but I mean, we got.
No, we didn't. We failed.
Yes, but how bad did we fail?
So we have to do the fish 3 times.
No. Did we at least get 11 or better? On the...
No.
We didn't even get 11?
No.
We're so screwed.
So whoever tanked us,
Tanked is
I'd like
bad.
to point out I didn't put any cards in.
Oh, we're going to find out soon.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure we will.
Okay. Oh, dude.
You're so screwed. All right, move the fishies.
But, oh, jeez. Okay. All right. Here we go.
What was the negative part to that? 2 fishy movements?
2. Okay.
But
So,
then we have a third because the bottom of the card is a third.
this is going to be great. Okay. Moving to adjacent space on the deep one's current location. So, interior space move towards the closest undamaged interior space with the highest number. Okay. So these guys are all back in here. That's the first one. Damage the deep. Okay. Damage the deep one's space if the space is in an undamaged interior space.
Dude.
I wonder if they act as one and they all do the same thing, or if it's going to be one after another after another.
I think it's their turn, just like they all move.
Yeah. Okay, so this gets damaged. So the bridge
That would
is
happen if
the
they
bridge
were-
is damaged. Structural damage. Place this card in the space during the being damaged. Defeat each human in the space. So in order to repair this one, we'll need the will cards.
Alrighty.
And so that was 2. The next one is so that was the move and move. So that was the fail condition on that. Now they're going to do that one. So they're going to move to, what is it? The
Undamaged
highest?
interior space with the highest number.
Highest number, which is the captain's cabin. Okay. That's that.
Alrighty then.
So we don't have to. We don't. That's all of them, right?
Yeah, so the first one, so on the fail condition, the first one was a move, so they all move together here. The second on the fish one is they attacked the bridge, destroyed that, and then for the first, so for that one, they moved to the next room.
But we don't have to have more come on the ship.
No.
Okay.
And then one of the tracks advances.
Well,
And you decide.
they're inside,
Yeah, so that's not going to be no help as far as the banishment goes.
right? Okay, I don't know, guys. I mean, it's not going to help to advance this one,
The ritual track,
right? Because it's only for
people on the
on the outside.
which Eric could push them to the outside.
Which I could. Do I want to?
So that's the thing, is the trader would say that.
So, yes, this one then?
The ritual one? Sure.
Sure.
Okay. That is done.
All right.
What do we do if we end up having too many cards?
I think you draw up and then discard down to 10.
Okay.
But by the time it gets around to your turn, you'll probably have contributed enough cards to where you'll probably have less than 5.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay. All right. So I still get 2 actions, but I can't move. I can't add more than 1 skill card to a skill check. I can't use abilities on item cards. This is the only item card I have, right? Okay. I have to perform a check to leave the brig. Traders have special rules, but I'm not a trader, so they don't apply.
No, you're not a revealed trader. There's no if we...
It has to be revealed in order for it to count as a trader, right?
Yes.
Oh, we'll reveal
Okay.
this. Yeah.
So I still get 2 actions. I'm just stuck where I am. Right?
Correct.
All right. So let's see if we
You
can.
gonna get out?
No, actually, what I want to do is use a card called Coordinated Effort, and choose another character to take an action. Since you're standing there with those passengers, and you could save them.
I'll save them.
Lovely.
Because I'm a good human.
And the pressure's on because I have another one of those exact same cards.
Oh,
Here.
this is wonderful.
Would you like to take an action? Okay, so
Thank you very
the
much.
traders behave when people are watching. That's good to know.
Oh, do we really want to do that? No, no, take that back.
You're taking it back?
Take it back.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna do a different action.
You're doing a different action.
Oh, man.
Keep one ancestry. Action: choose another human and look at all their players' loyalty cards.
Oh.
Then remove this feat from the game.
You gonna do that to Reva? I would suggest Reva. I'm just saying you're gonna glean a lot more information by looking at that one. That's what I'm saying.
Boom!
I'm saying, honestly, no. Look at Reva's card.
Boom!
No, I would honestly look at
Boom!
Reva's.
Boom! Boom!
You
boom,
want to look at Reva's card.
Boom! Boom!
One last chance. You really want to look at Reva's card.
Okay, get the poker face right here.
And
Motherfucker!
I'm human.
That's what a trader would say.
Oh! Oh, maybe Eric's the traitor and he's just shifting suspicion then. Because obviously Eric saw that I was human.
He hasn't said that.
Well, you're just gonna keep it mysterious and let everybody guess if I'm a traitor?
No.
That's what the traitor would want, is to still spread suspicion that there's doubt that somebody else.
And, he could have done that at any point. I gave him the ability to rescue people, and he doesn't care.
Okay.
Those
All right.
are
Well,
my two
unfortunately, we could say this now, right? I don't have to keep it secret.
We don't have to trust you, but I think
No, you cannot. I mean, you
We're
can't.
not, we're not revealing.
You can. Well, no, you can't flip it over. You can declare all you want. You can still be lying.
Okay. Joe is human. Riva is not.
That's yes.
You should have
Riva
looked.
is not human.
You should have looked.
I agree.
We should have looked.
Okay.
But now,
Mythos cards.
since we know who the...
The anarcho-individualist. You find a man.
But you're in the brig. None of that
Yep.
happened.
Oh, yeah, no, that happens. That's right. That's right. So there's an inflatable butt
What?
we need to resolve.
An inflatable butt.
I don't know what that. What the
Two heads looking in different opposite directions.
That is
What
not
does that
looks
even
like.
mean?
And I think the only thing we resolve is the track part, right?
So it's both. So Father Dagon is going to be the first one.
But doesn't the brig rule specifically say?
It's just the bottom one. Just the bottom.
You may resolve only the activation track icons.
Oh, that's it?
You resolve only the activation, and track icons. Ah.
Okay.
So, inflatable butt man.
Inflate. So
Inflatable butt man.
Which
Awesome.
is him, Father Dragon. So what happens is two of these guys spawn in the deep. As soon as there are 4 deep ones down there, and we have one of the matriarchs pop up,
Inflatable
they
butt.
will spawn. And we roll a die and see which part of the ship they spawn on.
Yep.
So for now, they're just
And
Amassing.
ritual track.
in the ritual
Oh,
track.
shit.
Because it's not there. There was no choice.
Okay.
Okay.
Shit.
So,
It is your turn, sir.
F. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Okay. I can't. I can move and shoot.
Move and shoot. Now that's a new one. It's not move and do.
Move and do.
shoot.
If my thing is move and do, but
Move and shoot. Love it.
move and do violently.
Right.
Did you draw
I'm
your
gonna
cards?
be in big trouble. Oh no, I did not. I mean, that's a good starting point.
I'm gonna put the crock pot on high.
Okay.
Riva is so the bad guy. It's either Riva's the bad guy or Eric is deflecting suspicion by doing this.
I'm not trusting either.
Because I have been vindicated.
Only person I trust is me.
I have been indicated.
Because if he is the traitor, I can't take his word that you're not.
Okay.
Would I be that devious?
Oh, this is great. Okay. So, I'm going to move here to the captain's cabin. And we are going to do
Molotov.
close rampage.
Yay!
Choose one. Perform up to 4 attacks against enemies in your space, or perform action ability of one of your weapon items up to 3 times. I'm going to use my 6-shooter 3 times then.
Alright.
I mean, I might still get damaged at the end of this, but we're down to 1, which is a heck of a lot better. I'm still nervous about this, but okay. I need a 2 or better because of my gun. Dead. Dead.
I'm rolling really good.
Headshot.
I know.
Damn.
Okay. wasn't able to take them all out, but I was able to take quite a few. All right. I didn't have to do that. And that's still... Oh, man. I'm scared. All right.
You scared?
I'm scared. All right. Let's see what horrible bad things happen here. Okay. What is Eot Failure? First line. The engine order telegraph that communicates changes in speed from the bridge to the engine room has been damaged. Without the functioning EOT, the ship will have to travel at lower speeds to avoid collisions. If we pass, we can move the travel space up a space. If we fail, retreat the travel track one space. If it cannot retreat, lose a fuel instead.
Well, and what do we need to do for that?
Okay, so
Yeah, it's not gonna. I have nothing.
influence, and then okay, influence and observation. You can't trust Reba.
Nope.
What we need to do is pass a skill check to send a human to the brig. But
I'll put her in here with me.
hey, there might be more than one cell. We don't know that. I can't do a
I
lot.
have some hoe sticks. What are these?
Oh, that's why I brought them. Although I eat all the pork rinds, but they were absolutely delicious.
Okay, so
Yeah, please have it. But I have
Eric,
those
you're
sticks.
contributing first.
I have nothing to contribute.
What are we doing?
That's what the trader would say. No, I'm joking.
You know.
So there's a EOT failure. So I'm hoping you might be a good bad guy.
Good guy, bad guy.
But it's gonna take influence and observation for a total of 11. If we pass, we advance the ship track goes up one, or travel track. If we can't, travel track goes back one. So not detrimental, but we still haven't made any progress to getting the ship forward to our destination, which we need to do. And this is terrible. The other bad thing that's going to happen is at the end of this, the banishment spell is going to go off. Eric is going to go to the sick bay, and this passenger is going to be destroyed.
Oh no. Oh god.
Oh, this is bad.
Oh god.
So, and then Dagon's going
But
to...
regardless of what we
Oh,
do,
you know what's going to... Oh, well, a small silver lining is Dagon's going to pop out, and he's going to get banished. So,
okay, but no matter what we do, the passenger's dead.
passenger's gone, and this passenger's out of the game. So we're going to flip it, find out what the casualty is for it,
Okay.
and then Eric's going to go to the sick bay.
Okay.
Gonna have that summoning sickness.
Yeah, you don't... Yeah. Avoid banishment at all costs.
It's okay. This entire genre is in the 20s, so I'm sure they have some amazing pharmaceuticals to make you feel better.
Unregulated
Morphine,
pharmaceuticals.
cocaine, yeah.
So Eric can't contribute. Reva, are you able to contribute to this?
Oh, barely.
I can't contribute much. And I'm limited to contributing one card anyway, unfortunately.
You are.
A little.
Yeah, a little
You're
of the bad stuff you can really do good for us.
This is not gonna pass. Okay. Okay, here we go. We can just hope that this will work. All right, let's see what we got.
11. Fuck.
So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We passed.
Trader actually
Apparently
helped
we
out.
are...
So even the dummy cards helped.
Yes, they did.
Wow.
Observation. Sweet. So we move up the track there. Advance the travel space 1 space. Retreat. Okay, that's that. So these are out. So what would end up happening is we've got Father Dagon here, which spawns 2 more, and if there are 4 more, okay. If Father Dagon is in the deep, spawn 2 deep ones in the deep. Then, if there are 4 more deep ones in the deep, roll a die and move him to that space. 6.
So it's deep one. Okay.
All right, so all these guys pop here. Lovely. But then what happens is the banishment spell goes off for that. So all the deep ones who are on the deck or in the ocean go back out. All of the matriarchs get pushed back into the deep. We lose this guy. So we lose souls and sanity.
Uh-oh.
And Eric goes to the sick bay.
Does this restart?
Yes, it goes back to the start space.
Okay.
This guy is out of the game.
Okay.
And then Eric for going to sick bay. Bad things happen.
Bad things happen. You draw only 1 skill card during your receive skills step. That's all I get. That's what it says here.
Oh, okay, yeah, you just don't get many cards this turn. And so you just need to do, and then I suppose you're out at that point. You just don't get many skills at the start of your turn.
Does that last, or is it just the turn he comes back?
Just the turn he comes back. I'll look and see if there's anything else to it. But... So my turn is all done.
Okay, well, I guess I got. Give me a lore card, I guess. Please.
If a player moves out of sick bay before the turn begins, players can't voluntarily move in their sick bay, cannot be damaged, deep ones cannot spawn them. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, that's... So you can take your turn as normal from here.
Alrighty, I'll move into the captain's thing.
Hi, friend!
Hi,
Hi, human friend.
let's do rampage.
And murder him several times over?
Yes, 4 attacks. Let's do this.
Alright. So you need a 4+ to...
4 plus.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Let's just see if you just keep punching him to death. Just kidding.
Okay.
It's like it's dead already.
Punched him again.
And running.
Again. Oh, I missed
Well,
one.
yeah.
because
It's
he
like,
was already-
it finally dawned on you. It's like,
He was
okay,
already on
it's
the
dead,
floor, so
dead.
you missed one, you know.
He runs out of sick bay, probably holding an IV pole. And just rampage!
You hit him with your glass IV bottle.
Yeah. Oh, at that point, yeah, with your
Wow,
glass
right?
IV bottle.
With your glass.
Oh,
With the metal spike.
Did they have IVs in the 20s?
Huh?
Did they have IVs in the 20s?
I think so. I don't know.
crude. But
Super
yeah.
crude. When was the hypodermic needle invented?
Yeah, they had it in the 20s.
Yeah, they had the hypodermic needle in the 20s, but I don't know if they had IV fluids. Somebody look that up?
I don't recall if it actually had, really had IV fluids at that time. Don't know.
I don't either.
Anyway, it's Doom time. Let's do the Mythos card.
Oh.
Oh, this is the old one.
Isn't the end of your turn? Oh no, he just did his turn. Yeah.
Improvised fuel source. Wooden chairs for sunbathing on the ship deck could be burned to bolster the ship's dwindling coal supply, but the deck is crawling with monsters, and fetching the chairs could be deadly. Burn chair. Captain chooses.
Oh, Captain chooses. Hi.
Uh-oh.
Go and choose captain.
Risk 3 passengers to gain 1 fuel. And all that means is the passengers, we risk 3 of them. So 3 of those are going to go on the deck. We're going to roll dice, and they're going to end up on the deck somewhere. 3 of them.
To gain a fuel?
To gain 1 fuel. You cannot choose this option if there are fewer than 3 passengers left in the supply, or it's too risky. Lose a fuel. How much fuel do we have?
It hasn't moved.
We haven't.
We don't need to get there with a full tank.
We don't need to get there with a full tank.
Right.
We risk the passengers, which we're not close to the banishment spell, but we risk passengers.
I'd rather not risk passengers, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. We're gonna lose a fuel.
Okay. Because we got plenty of fuel.
We do, but that's what the trader would say. I'm just joking. I don't know why I keep going back to that, Eric. I'm sorry.
That's just what a mimic would say.
But I
No,
still
Mimic
think
would be like, bah,
so.
bah.
Riva has my highest suspicion for being the traitor.
You should have looked.
I would say that Riva is the traitor.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Riva is the traitor.
course
Joe is not
I mean,
the
of
traitor.
course he would
He's-
say that, but, you know.
Joe's definitely not the traitor.
Joe's not the traitor. I am certainly not the traitor.
So you say.
Hey, we've looked.
We have one strong vote from himself for that.
From himself.
And I'm going to
Allow
say that,
myself to introduce myself.
and the engines are fine.
You, sir, are speaking of yourself. Myself and myself are going to. See,
We are human.
He already had this confusion earlier.
Shit.
Okay. Eric is all done then.
Yep.
Okay.
Did we do the bottom ones on Eric? We didn't do the bottom.
Not from over
No.
here, I didn't.
Oh no. Okay. What
Do
are
you
your?
have an inflatable butt? Mine had an inflatable butt.
No, it's not inflatable.
I have no idea what the hell that is.
That one is Mother Hydra wrecking the ship.
Breaking the ship, but Mother Hydra's not here.
That's yes. So that means we just add 2 deep ones,
Too deep.
or 2.
Oh,
Yeah,
it looks like kind of like an inflatable butt.
they're 2 heads.
And this one is like
It's the ship.
an explosion with grabby hands coming out of it.
It's the ship kind of in two
And then
parts.
this has to move one.
And then
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
That is correct.
We simply need to get the ship moving fast. So
Well, then we need to get at the engine room.
Okay. I need
Meanwhile, why don't you go
my
shoot
cards.
why don't you go shoot the gypsy?
I need.
who's got the gun and the dog?
Son of a pup! You're fucking kidding me. The traitor has a gun and a dog.
I need my cards, please, sir.
Oh yeah, which one? Are you 2
lore,
lore?
2. Nope, 1 lore.
1 lore, 2
2 will, 2 observation.
2 observation.
What do I need to do?
Move the ship forward.
Okay.
And you can do that by the engine room.
Okay.
At this point,
Can
yeah.
the traitor actually damage the engine?
Well, if you use the boiler room and you don't do it wisely, you can. So you discard 1 strength card from your hand and you roll a die. And if your value is 6 or less, you lose a fuel, but you still get to advance. So you can make the ship advance and just burn fuel like crazy.
Interesting. Spiky.
That one is spiky. We could send a human.
Well, all right, I'm gonna.
You want to send her to the brig?
Absolutely. I want to send her to the brig. Her and her little dog, too.
Hey now.
It's safe in here. Don't send her in here.
I know. Deep ones can't get in here.
Hey now.
That's going to be an unfortunate place to be when the ship sinks, though.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
I just cannot believe that my only go-to trader is not the trader.
I know. We're humans this time around.
This time.
This time.
Oh, God.
And there is only one traitor in that deck, so. Yeah, we need to get the ship moving because we have to get far.
To the blue. Gypsy cast a spell on her hands.
I mean, there's a lot of good spells in there.
Can you attack other players in this game?
Yes, you can.
No, I didn't know.
Yes, you can.
Do they have to be the trader?
No.
You wasted your rampage.
Am I
You
in
could have
this?
clobbered him.
Am I in
Why
this?
would you attack me?
Because you were there when he was rampaging.
Am I in the space with anybody? Am I
Um,
in the space with anybody?
Because you're still in the cargo hold.
Yeah, you're in the cargo hold.
Interesting.
But you can go anywhere you want.
No!
Hello.
Hi. What are you going to do?
Hello.
Bark,
Can I
bark.
draw one item card, please?
You can draw an item card from there? How are you doing that?
She's Kevin.
You got a skill for that?
It's her gypsy thing.
Oh!
Well,
She has 5-finger discounts.
I
Borrowing it. It's dire times.
I don't think we like this.
You gonna give it to me?
Slip it to my friend over here. So you can have that.
What are you trying to be nice?
I found this and I don't want it.
Well, I picked his pocket, so you can have it.
Don't look at me. I'm in the brig.
You took his item?
No. No. She's saying that what she found, she took from me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I picked his pocket.
I'm like, what?
Mark. Mark, Mark.
Okay.
What did you get? What did the gypsy give you? What'd she slip in your pocket?
Oh, what the hell to do with this?
What is it? What'd she do?
It's a plate of room temperature oysters.
Oh!
You can only have improvement. What's an improvement?
Oh, an improvement is...
It makes something better.
Oh, yeah. You have... What you have there is an...
No shit!
I'm here to help.
Thank you
I
so
have a lot
much,
of time to read
Captain
in the brig.
Obvious.
I have a lot of time to read in the brig.
There are items that are improvements that include that they're stat based, so they'll up your stats. So you'll draw an extra card on your turn.
Oh,
That's likely what you have as one of the
well, then,
stat and boosters.
yes.
Okay, you just can't have another. You can't like have 2, 3, or 4, or 5 of those stat boosters. So you can't be drawing like 7, 8, 9 cards at a time. So
Oh,
yeah, so that just allows you to draw one more card of that type
okay.
to your hand.
Thank you.
So
Well, that is my turn.
all right, Mythos time.
I mean, there's no enemies in my space.
There's 2 enemies in your space. Just kidding.
Where's my... Oh, there's my puppy. So I would have to attack one of you to do another action. So. Infection. Several of the galley staff have taken ill with an infectious disease. They had been in contact with a significant proportion of the ship's food stores, which could now be contaminated. Do you throw the food out? Oh my, the captain chooses.
Captain.
Captain chooses.
No Capitan.
Throw out a food or keep it. Roll a die. If the result is 6 or less, lose 1 soul, and roll again. If the second result is 4 or less, lose 1 additional soul. Oh my.
That's that plate of room temperature oysters I was just talking about.
Yeah.
We already have low soul. Well, our souls moved a bit.
Well, food.
Ditch a food. We're ditching a food.
Okay.
Oh. And then we have to resolve.
Fishies, and then the ship track moves.
So so deep ones move, which there are none here, so that's it. And then what? Good.
Okay. There you go.
Very good.
Okay.
All right, Joe.
I want candied nuts.
So Joe's turn. Just kidding.
I do. I want honey roasted ones.
Honey roasted.
That sounds delish, actually.
Right? Like honey roasted pecans and.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Honey roasted almonds.
Yes. Cashews.
Cashews. I have to agree with you.
Right? Candied nuts should be on the menu.
I have to get rid of a card.
Well, then we have to go to the store.
Well, it is almost time for break.
Yep.
We're getting there. So we can get some
The
candy.
We haven't even made it. So we have to travel a distance of 12.
12 what?
It's 12 I don't know. A distance of 12.
12 parsecs.
12 parsecs. So
Well, on a
What's
steamship, that
with
would take a long time. What is that game called?
12 parsecs. Holy shit.
no, when you hit arrive, I'm going to draw a card, and the distance is anywhere between, I think it's like 1 and 4. And yeah. And so as we travel along, we need to get to a total of 12. So.
A total of 12.
Wow.
And once I draw the last card and it hits it and we're at a distance of 12, we just have to make it to the arrived space again, and that means we've arrived at port.
Oh.
We got a long freaking way
We have
to
a
go.
long friggin' way to go, so we need to get this
We need to
ship
get our shit together.
friggin' moving.
Okay. Well,
You would want us to stay put because you're the true.
I just helped move and did something nice.
Oh, the
to you.
card helped you move the thing.
I want out of the brig.
So I'll help you get out of the brig.
Okay.
What do we need?
We need 8, but here's the thing.
8 of what?
Oh, you can only put one card in.
I can only put 1 card in, but I'm playing this card first.
What is it?
The fuck is that?
Any cards put in are face up.
Besides the fate cards?
Or the fate cards.
Okay. Okay, minus these. So any we
Says-
contribute.
Any cards that are added to the skill check. So I imagine it can't be those two. Those two are going to be random.
Yeah, those are random.
And it's only lore and strength.
So yeah,
Yes.
Lauren's strength will help you get out.
Well,
Total of 8.
Oh, I effing don't have a lot.
don't
I have
do this.
very little strength to contribute with. Do you? So you have a card you can add, right?
I do.
Okay. Oh no, but it's me first.
yeah.
This is all I have.
And it's lore.
Everything else I have is influence, which is not going to help.
All right, we'll have to do these two.
So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That doesn't count. That's a separate action, I believe.
Oh no, it is. It is. It totally is.
That's all I have.
Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Joe can tip the scales over, but these. Okay.
9.
9.
Let's see what the random cards are.
Shit.
Beautiful.
5. I mean, you get out, great, but I didn't know that there were 5s.
Dang.
Okay.
How did this deck get made?
2 random from each.
How the fuck have they been so high?
I don't know. I shuffled each one really good, I swear.
I know they were shuffled. I mean, there's a lot of. You are free. So that's your one action. What are you gonna do with your second action?
Well, I think playing the card.
Oh, playing the card's the other
Yeah,
action.
what's the other action, right?
No, it didn't say action. It has actionable print if it requires an action.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. I like that. I want to take this card back. That's what I would like to do. Is I would like to keep this card.
That is a nice card.
I am going to go ahead and move to the boiler room.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Good deal.
Now your awfulness.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it all applies this time, unfortunately. While I was in the brig, bad things didn't really happen. Okay, so the food stores were
Why?
poisoned
What was
before.
that? Why was that mechanic?
When you're in the brig,
You just do the bottom stuff.
Oh.
Like the events aren't actually happening to you. Because you can't be wandering around. Alright, food stores raid. Hungry passengers are storming the ship's pantry for the disgusting spoiled food we just had to throw out, I guess.
well,
Awesome.
now that they know it's good, they're going
Galley
after it and
staff
taking the rest.
has requested help in diffusing the situation. Strength and influence.
Oh, I can help out here.
We need 11. Worst thing is, if we completely fail, if we don't get 8, we lose 2 food.
We lose 2 food.
Oh, shit.
Lose 1, lose 2, 11. Oh boy. Okay.
I got nothing.
Okay. I'm going to be able to contribute. I'm contributing first.
Yeah.
So I'm going to.
You know, I'm not going to be any help.
I can contribute nearly half. There's nearly half. Oh, plus these 2.
So we're out. We're going to draw no ones.
Yeah, on the next time we have to do it, we're going to draw 2 of each and then make a new deck.
I
So,
cannot
Eric-
do anything.
Okay. I can get it nearly halfway. So between Reva and Eric, between Reva and Joe,
What are the types?
influence and strength.
I literally have none. I have nothing.
Says the traitor.
Says the trade.
All right. Well, I got half. That's all I can do.
Oh, you know what? I'm not in the brig anymore, right?
No, you can add as many as you want.
Alright, well, let's see if that's more help than the naysayers we're counting on.
Okay.
That's all I can do. Alrighty. So, strength and influence, 11.
Shuffle those up. These are disgusting.
Discord.
Okay,
No.
So 1, 3,
Text.
4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh, no joke.
Damn.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
What
8,
did you need to
9,
hit?
10, 11.
11. No effect.
Can you watch Twitch if you don't have a Twitch account, like if you haven't logged into it? Because Taylor's having problems. It keeps kicking her out to the webpage. Like she can't see the video
I thought
clearly.
she could without a login. You just can't comment or follow or subscribe or anything, but maybe I am wrong. I can test it since my turn is over.
And you did all the awful things. What are those?
Apparently they're awful.
They're like rice cakes with chocolate drizzle on it, but they don't taste very good.
Oh,
Well,
we have something better than that, Joe.
Do you have straight up rice cakes?
no.
We have
Look,
mythical creatures.
right? Holy crap. Yeah. See? Do you see that? There's mermaids and unicorns and they're animal cookies or whatever you want to call them. Hello. Yeah, not circus animals. Mythical creature cookies. I want like a whole box full of these because we just need to have them forever for Mythical Family. They're sparkling mythical creature cookies.
Okay,
and there's
so
a mermaid.
Joe, at the end of his thing, he had I don't know he calls it the two butts or whatever
Unicorn,
it is.
mermaid. Oh, and there's dragons and sea serpents. Are these not the best cookies ever? Oh crap! I don't know if I was supposed to show that, but whatever. We did. Anyways.
What's that?
I don't know if I like. I guess it doesn't matter. We're not because this isn't a sponsored stream, so we're not sponsored by them. If anybody's watching, we're not. What are you doing over there, man?
So the rest of Joe's card,
Oh, gross!
which is so Dagon came out
Inflatable butts.
with his friends,
and then the ship moves.
and then the ship moves. So that's gonna go. So the ship, as it travels down, these guys are gonna come down
Right.
here like this.
Wait a minute. Were we supposed to be doing that every time it moved?
There was nobody in the ocean when those happened, so it hadn't,
okay.
so it didn't do it.
Oh, sweet. Now they're all going to jump on the side of the ship.
They will.
But we had arrived, by the way.
We had sweet. So here's what we're gonna do for a Rob. I'm gonna take these two. I'm gonna pick the most awesome one there ever is ever.
Awesome.
Oh, that's
Amazing. We need more of these. I wonder if they're going to go away. Because I have one at home. I don't know if I want to open this. Do you want animal cookies?
And of course, I'm just.
How is our
munchies
fuel
today.
supply?
Near so.
Near top or near? Okay,
this
near
fuel?
beginning. With the one little chevron is starting.
No, but is this fuel?
Yes, that's
The
fuel.
boat? Yeah, so it's only one down.
Yeah, the little ore cart.
Get a unicorn. And
Fudge.
I don't know, a worm.
Sea dragon. Sea thing. Sea serpent.
When you're close to that,
I'm trying to find a mermaid so I can show it off. There is
This is a
a
dilemma.
mermaid.
This is a
Oh,
dilemma.
that's good.
Right?
Very tasty. Like, how's my sweet tooth now? No, I don't want candy nuts.
I really don't know if I want to do that, but
There's cute little dragons. Now it's making me wonder if these are limited edition.
oh, I
did
want to
you
do
get
that
'em?
one. It's so bad.
Super, I think.
Really? Yeah, these are tasty.
So, are we gonna try to put Ruben in the brig?
Yeah,
Okay,
Alrighty.
but
if you can.
oh my goodness, this is.
They're at Walmart.
These choices are terrible.
They're at Target.
This is gonna be so bad, but we're gonna do it. Okay. So, we are traveling a distance of 4, which is a lot. We are going to lose 2 fuel, and we're spawning a deep one in each deck space.
Oh, that's bad.
Wait, what?
So, we lose 2 fuel.
Why are you doing this?
It's a deep one ambush. We travel a distance of 4, which is huge.
That's what you picked?
The other one was not the best either.
Oh my god.
And we spawn a deep one on each deck space.
Christ.
What was the other one?
Yeah, how was this the better of the two? Oh man. And we're nowhere near the banishment.
We need to get the banishment going.
Yes, you absolutely can with Twitch.
So this is
If she's having issues, I'm not sure what it is.
this is gonna stay up to.
But I just tested it on my computer, fully logged out and incognito,
Okay.
and it's watching us. So
All right. So we did that. Whose turn is it now?
Eric?
No, wait, I
Man,
didn't do
a
my
whole
turn.
hell
No,
of a
Joe
lot.
did. That was the rest of Joe's.
All right. That's
Yeah.
okay.
And then we moved. We traveled.
And then that.
yeah, we did this. So you did the
And we did, yes.
summon
horrible-
things and move.
So yeah, we did some of the things we moved.
How far did we move?
4
Okay, good.
out of 12.
How can that be a mermaid?
4's a good pair.
4.
With
Yeah,
the
I don't think
hair,
there's any
and
high
there's her
higher.
tail.
I don't think
Oh,
there's
I
any
see.
card higher than 4.
There's a dragon.
Little red.
Wonderful.
Okay.
There was some Nerf hostilities when I went to my office, so.
Oh, I forgot Zach was here.
All right.
Zachary magic.
Okay. So it is my turn. So I'm going to draw my
should be
card.
watching
so.
us. What happens when these cards run out?
We take those, shuffle them, and put them back in the thing. And renew that deck. I don't have to shuffle them within my hand, Joe.
I didn't ask, Joe.
It was rhetorical for myself. It was rhetorical for myself. Okay. Well,
What's an improvement? A lot of fish on the deck.
okay, action. Choose a human and resolve this skill check. If the check passes, move the chosen human to the brig. I'm gonna do it for Riva.
Okay.
'Cause I think you're the traitor.
Okay.
So
What are you doing?
So there's the 2 there. So we need influence and observation, and the check needs to pass by 8 or more.
Jesus Christ. I don't have
You
anything.
couldn't have picked a worse time to do this.
Really? None of you have that? Well, then I'm not going to do it yet.
It's not like I'm gonna help you.
I'm not going to do it yet. If that's the case, I'm going to go out and murder fish.
Or murder fish then.
So for my first murder fish action,
Keeping him out of the engine room would be appreciated.
oh, okay. I can murder fish down there. Okay. I'll go there and shoot is my first action because I have that move to a deck space and perform 1 action.
Jeez.
So, 6 shooter. Blam. 6 shooter. Blam. Dead. He's gone. And then... Joe, do you want... I have one that allows me to have you take an action. Do you want to move the ship?
We have to risk fuel. How do we risk fuel?
It's a strength card.
We run over that.
You want to go? You want to use a strength card? Can you do that?
Currently, no.
Okay.
I can do just a roll to still move us.
Okay. That's not going to be good because that's going to risk fuel. We'll move, but it's going to risk fuel to do that.
So we're going to get you a box of mythical creatures then?
Huh?
We're going to get you a box of mythical creatures then?
I don't think they're limited, but I don't want them to go anywhere because they're like.
It's been so long since I've had circus animals, but it was hilarious that they've got dragons and unicorns and mermaids and
Sea serpent.
Sea serpent.
I'm going to move to the boiler room as well.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's the end of my turn. Well, it's the end of that portion.
Yeah, we'll say limited edition.
Oh, what's this?
Target has them.
A dagger
Walmart has
before
them.
me.
Really? You never guessed that.
Oh, this is terrible. Okay. Coordinated assault.
Cool.
There are signs that the deep ones are organized for a major attack. If you can adjust your heading to better match the ocean's current, you could simultaneously evade the assault and cut down on your travel time. Holy cow. If we pass with the 17,
Wow.
advance the travel track 1 space. If we fail, roll a die and move all monsters from the deep to the water space that matches the result. Then resolve the following activations. So it would be Mother Hydra, it would be Dagon, and then all the fish move. And then at the bottom of the card, all the fish move, and we advance the banishment spell.
Oh man.
Wow. What are we stacking for
So-
success?
There's 3 positives on this one. It's influence, observation, and what is this one? Knowledge, the book?
Lore.
Lore, okay.
Oh,
So we need lore, observation, and influence. Those are the positives.
And we have to beat what?
We have to reach 17.
I can help a little bit, but I'm barely pulling my weight.
I can't pull my weight at all. I can't do anything.
I can do about half.
What is it, 17?
17. I can do about half.
I can do less than half. But and then like a third.
If you guys can help with whatever little bits you've got. So Eric, you're putting in first. Nothing?
All I got is will.
Yeah, okay. No,
Did you already pick
I
it?
did. I don't want to have to put it all already.
It's a pretty bad one.
It's my entire hand. Okay, here we go.
That's what's gonna happen.
Alright, here we go.
Deep worms running amok on the boat. That's what's gonna happen.
They already are.
They already are, and having this happen is just the worst. Okay, here's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We pass.
Wow.
So we advance a space. So that means these guys are doing this way. Holy cow. And then all the deep ones activate. So
But wait, that's if we pass, they still do?
so
Because that's at the bottom of the card.
yeah, now we're doing the icons at the bottom of the card.
I was like, what the hell? That was like a heroic effort. And
Really?
Whew, okay.
Oh my goodness.
Can't hold on to my cards.
I just burnt all of my cards. I'm gonna be 0 help. Holy cow. That's my turn. I am done.
All right. Can I have 3 lore, 2 strength, and 1 will?
He's already over his sickness and everything, right?
Yes.
Good. Good, good.
Okay, 3 lore. What'd you say? 2
2
strength,
strength,
1 will.
1 will.
And you what's your bonus?
Low lore.
Oh, okay. Alright. I am handing you 6 cards. These are not good.
Stop eating them. Eat
I'm
these.
done.
It's like you drinking those vinegar.
But those are halfway. I can stomach those halfway. I like those.
So if you don't like those, then those must be absolutely disgusting.
They really are.
Okay. Excuse me, I'm just saying, because, oof.
What do I need to do to put Dreven in jail?
I cannot help you, but it is Captain's Cabin, so it is going to be influence and observation.
Influence and observation?
Yep, you have to hit 8. But I have no cards to assist.
This skill
You know what's
check,
really sad? Is I don't have any
if
observation.
this skill check passes, you move to any ship space. If you're,
For which one?
here, sorry, wrong one.
Yeah, Captain's Cabin.
All right.
So yeah, we would add the fate deck, and then we would go around and add cards as usual and see what the outcome is.
You know what I'm going to do for an action? I'm going to do my spells.
Oh heck yeah, we haven't
There
really
you go.
we haven't touched those. That'd be cool.
Hopefully they're good. Oh my God.
They're all positive.
Okay.
Yeah, they all have some benefit.
Take a free bag of popcorn from the galley.
Okay, I'm going to raise the dead. Lose 1 sanity, but gain 2 souls.
Oh, okay. Sanity check goes down 1. Soul check goes up 2.
Okay. We're getting crazy.
What's
Getting
your name?
jiggy with it.
We're going to cast again?
Yeah, might as well.
Unless there's something else to do.
Oh, once per turn. Sorry.
Okay.
I will remove a lore card. Find the lowest one. Oh. Do lesser banishment. Anyways, I'm going to do remove a lore card and roll a die if the result plus the lore card.
Which one are you doing?
I don't know.
I got an action here. Action.
Oh.
Choose a monarch, so I'll choose that monarch.
Mm-hmm.
I'll use a 5 one then.
Holy cow.
If it's 7 or more, I can move the monarch back to the deep.
Okay.
Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
So 2 or higher.
Nice.
Christ, I'm glad I did
It's
that.
worth doing the 5.
So,
Holy cow.
we don't have this guy smashing on us anyways, but look
He
at all
keeps... This one smashes the ship. This one spawns more deep ones.
this. Oh, really?
But
We're already knee deep in friggin'
fish heads.
Alright, soul and ritual components. Some of the magical items being used to assist in the greater banishment ritual have gone missing. If they're not retrieved, the ritual will be set back significantly. This is a 10 for observation and lore. Pass, the keeper of the tome looks at the top 2 cards of the spell deck and places one on the bottom and resolves the other one. Fail. Retreat to the ritual track 2 spaces and remove the top 5 cards of the spell deck. It's a 10 plus.
I literally have nothing.
And I'm no help either.
So it's all up to me if I want to do this, huh?
How did we get in such dire straits?
There have been a lot of high number checks. 17,
Yeah.
15.
I can't. There's no sense for me in doing it because I'm going to fail. So we failed. So I remove 5 of the top deck.
And this goes back 1. We don't have 2 for it to
There's
go
not
back.
2 to go back.
4,
As long as there's no
5.
detriment for not being able to go back all the way. But
So this says remove the top 5?
Yeah, from the game without revealing them. So inflatable butt.
which is him.
Cool. And then the ship moves.
Well, that sucks.
Okay. I need my cards, please.
Cards, yes. What are your cards?
1 lore, 2 will, 2 observation.
This is not looking good, guys. Just saying. It's not looking good at all.
It really isn't.
We're all gonna die.
I'm very nervous about this.
Okay. I am going to shoot at one of the dudes in the brig.
Him?
Yeah.
The bridge. Yep.
I'm going to use your rifle or...
Repeating rifle.
Yeah. The urchin, the young girl with repeating.
Fuck.
Oh no!
So
This is what I expect from a trader.
it's a 2 because I can add 1 to my roll, but it still does nothing.
Okay. You can get 4 or better.
I'm going to go ahead and discard this. Go ahead and re-roll your roll.
It's a 3.
Okay. That's all I can
Fuck.
I have nothing to assist on that.
There we go. Combat training. Reroll any type of attack roll. Why not?
Somebody else needs to roll this besides me. 5. No, not that guy. One of the brig.
One that goes in the bridge.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. You can
Bridge,
shoot in
sorry.
adjacent space.
And then, so that was 1 action. And then, let me see if. Okay. I guess I will attack. No, that doesn't make sense. Okay. So Starbuck is going to go after the fishy that's standing with us.
Okay.
Six.
Yeah.
And then, so I attacked once. Dog attacked.
Dog murder.
So I still
Death
have
by
one.
Scotty.
I still have 1 action, and I can perform another action because he attacked. Right? Because I didn't move. All I did was shoot my rifle.
So you're shooting your rifle is 1 action.
Right? And then him.
It's a free action.
No, he is an action, so he attacks. So I can only do 1 more thing.
That'd be a 3rd thing, it sounds like.
I can perform an attack against an enemy in your space, then perform 1 action.
Oh, perfect. There you go.
So I did 1 action. I used him, which is an action, right? And then I can do 1 more thing.
Yes, you can.
So, okay, we'll do shriveling,
Oh, which one?
the engine room.
Okay.
So it's a 6.
That's it.
Okay, that's all I can do.
That was a lot.
That's-
Maybe you're not the traitor.
Maybe she's just deflecting. Maybe she's just deflecting.
I'm just gonna pat my puppy, who did very
Who
good.
probably also has gills.
I thought that's
a
a
mud
hair
puppy.
loss, but I was reading it upside down.
Oh no!
A lookout has spotted a passenger that has fallen overboard. If something is not done quickly, they will be lost at sea. Oh. So the skill check is 9. It's lore and observation. If we pass, there's no effect. If we fail, we lose a soul. I think I... Oh, well, no, I can't.
I got nothing.
I literally have been using my lore and observation.
Joe blew all of his cards and hasn't been able to pitch in at all.
I can't.
All right, we're just going to lose a soul then. Goodbye.
I don't see another way around it.
No.
Hey, but you know what? What if these are 2 5s?
No. Oh, we're not, I can't do it. So we're just going to lose a soul. Unless one of you guys
That's
can do these
the
things.
blam. That's what was contributed there.
So -3 would have been the deal.
All right.
Okay. Fishy face people.
Oh. Okay. So let's just go in order. So this guy's going to move into here. This guy is going to wreck shop. Flooded food stores. Lose 1 food, then remove this card from the game.
Okay.
This guy is going to attack the ship.
How do you know which one they're doing? Does it say?
So if there's nobody in their space, they move. If there's a player character in the space, they attack them first. Then they will go after passengers, and then they'll attack the space they're in. And if the space they're in is damaged, then they're going to move to the next available space to
Got
get
it.
damaged. So this one's fuel leak. Lose 1 fuel. Remove this card from the game.
Wait a minute. This one's fuel?
Yes.
Jesus.
The little mine car.
Looks like an iceberg.
I thought it was a ship. But that's
It's
okay.
a mine. Yeah, it's like an ore
It's
cart.
okay.
It's an ore cart. Okay, structural damage. So that one's damaged.
Jesus.
These guys are all gonna move
Move
in
in
this
there.
direction. That's that.
Okay,
They
and
can all go
then
in here.
Can't go in the brig.
the ship moves forward.
It's got
one.
bars. They can't get in.
So the ship moved forward another one.
Oh, I suppose that's good. Oh. Okay. You get one of everything.
I don't like to limit myself.
So we've only moved 4 so far.
We've moved a distance of 4 out of 12.
Rad. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to do the arrive thing again here pretty
Yes.
soon.
4 is a lot. It's a huge distance. I mean, we've already gone a third of the way, so.
All right, so let's go ahead and risk a fuel to move the travel track.
So you're gonna
Shoveling coal.
play. Are you gonna play? So you have to play one strength card, face up, because this is just you. Bam! All right, roll a die.
I don't know where it is.
So it says if the result plus your card value is 6 or less, lose a fuel. After resolving the die, advance a space.
We arrive.
We arrived.
So without burning a fuel.
That works.
Sweet. Okay, here we go. Let's see what has happened. This is apparently upside down.
That's not a skill check.
Hold on.
It's just a roll.
What are you doing?
I,
You're picking another place. The last time you picked shit, we got sardine canned. What the hell?
fudge.
Oh, I love it.
Doing this one. There's no other.
Hi, Taylor.
Oh my god, no.
Hi.
Taylor from work.
Oh,
Okay.
Man, now where are we going?
We're traveling by Deep One City, apparently. So we're going to lose 1 fuel. So, lose 1 fuel from the track there.
All right, we're running out of fuel here, people.
And we're going to spawn 5 deep ones in the deep.
What is with you?
It's a city. We just didn't know it was there. Then, roll a die and move all monsters from the deep to the water space that matches the result.
I'm not rolling the die. 2.
Over here. So,
you gotta be fucking kidding me.
all of these lovelies.
Are all over here?
Yes.
Oh, man. Mom, Dad, the whole shebang. Holy crap. And how many spaces do we move?
3.
What?
So, 4, 5, 6.
God.
So, which means the rest of the trader cards get passed out.
Really?
So the trader, yeah. So the trader is definitely out, if it's not Reba already.
Do we pick them or we just keep them? We keep both?
You keep both. So all you need is 1 trader hybrid, whatever it's called, in order to be the bad guy. But it's definitely out. Somebody has it. Reba has it. And
Is there only one?
there's 1. So it was possible when handing it out the first time when drawing.
That you picked up.
Nobody had it until just now. But I'm pretty sure it's Reba.
Eric should have looked. He didn't want to.
I
do that.
wanted to go with the obvious.
Well,
Which,
between the two of you, it's always one of you.
That
if
whole
it was
mess was
changed
one
around,
action.
I would have checked you.
Yeah, that whole
So-
god awful thing was one action, wasn't it? Wasn't that whole thing somebody's turn?
That was the ship advancing.
That was just my one action.
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that happened.
when-
I don't know that I want my second action.
No, but the last time you had a turn, all this shit happened again too.
But that was from the cards. That was me moving it, and he's the one that picked us going past a friggin'
The other one was worse.
city of. Oh, that's what
The
you
other
say.
option was
Right,
worse.
that's what you said. That's what you
Okay,
said.
Captain.
It was not. It was two horrible options.
All right,
So
well,
I figure we'll
right.
take the scenic route and go over a deep one city.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds like a great idea. Okay, so
They were both bad.
Somebody is not using accurate expression.
we're not staying here, so we're gonna move. I don't have a strength card to roll to add. It needs to be over 6, right?
Discard one strength card
Hold on,
from
hold
your
on.
hand to roll a die.
Oh, I have to.
Yes.
Oh,
I
thought it was just to weigh the roll.
So
So
you
I
have
can't-
to discard a
Okay,
strength.
so
Yeah,
I
you
don't-
have to
I-
discard
Oh.
one of those.
So I can't take that action. So I got to do something
do
else.
shit.
And I don't want to. I know what I will do.
How did
So
we end up with another
is-
asshole in our space?
I don't know.
These are water
I'm
spaces,
talking
right?
about you.
Yes.
Talking to the fish.
So is the deep considered an adjacent space?
No.
Okay. Are you sure? Or are you just lying because you want the fish to eat
No,
us?
and I don't want them to eat it. Let me see. here.
There's a little part of me that hates you right now. I know it is.
Okay.
That was good. That was really good.
What did you say? I didn't hear what you
I
said.
looked down and I was like, how do we have another asshole in our space again? And he goes, I don't know. And I'm like, I'm talking to you. I wasn't talking to the fish. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the fish.
In that case,
Deep rooms into the ocean where the deep ones regroup in preparation for their assault.
I love it.
The deep is not considered a board space for any gameplay effects.
All right, just checking. Just checking. All right, well, we're still, since I can't do what I wanted to do, we're still going to do this. We're going to do lesser banishment. Choose a space and move all deep ones into in that space to an adjacent space. And we're going to push all of these jerks back out to the deck. I know they've already smashed that room, but that means they have to walk
Through it again.
if they want to cause trouble.
That's a good idea.
Well, that's all I've got. I wanted to keep throwing fuel on the fire, but oh, you know what? I can't. You know what? I am. I'm going to retcon that. Because of the way our rounds have been going. I misread the card. Okay, nope. I lied. We're going to stick with plan A. I had a card that let me draw more cards, I thought, but it's the same number that I discarded.
Oh, yes.
So
I
it
have
doesn't
that too.
actually give me more cards, it just lets me shuffle cards, which is not the effect I wanted. So I'm going to push them all outside, and then we'll see what awfulness happens. Open the gate. A magical gate to another point in the ocean could be opened, but it would be risky.
It's always risky.
Reset the travel track. Look at the top 2 cards of the waypoint deck. Place one on the bottom of the waypoint deck, then resolve the other. So this is a free
Oh,
travel.
nice.
Dude,
we don't have to reset either, so that's just beautiful.
But it's lore, observation, and will, and it's 18.
Oh shit! Yeah.
It's 18.
okay, that I can help with. I literally have been stacking will for eons.
I can help a little.
I can help a lot.
Okay, so here's the Fade deck. Okay, there's that. I have nothing. I have no cards.
I've only got one card I can put in, and it's not gonna
I have no cards. Bam.
How much does it have to be?
add up to it. 18.
8.
I can't quite. I can do half. Wait,
Okay.
and it's will.
It's 3.
Yeah,
it's
will, observation, and lore. I wish they printed.
I can help a lot too. I could probably help the other half.
Well, then, if you guys, I'll throw in my piddly point.
It works for me.
My little bit that I can help.
So you can't help.
I do. Do we really? Hold on, guys. How about this? I have no cards to begin with right now. I can use my once per game ability, self-sacrifice, before any cards are added to the skill check during a crisis. If you do, you are not in the brig, choose an outcome instead of resolving it normally. If you do, you are defeated, which means I go to the sickbay. Then remove this feat from the game.
So
I didn't realize there was something on the back of this card.
I can also, after calculating the total of a skill check, if you are not in the brig, you may increase or decrease that total by 1 for each item that you have. So that would add or decrease 2. I think yours is more powerful.
Yeah, you don't have You don't have a dramatic downside to yours.
So I
My
can,
dramatic
this one
downside
I
is
just remove this feat from the game. Nothing happens to
That's
me.
the same thing.
But I
Mine-
can add
Two
2.
at once.
I can add 2.
With mine, since that target number is so high, we can discard it and draw another one.
But that lets us
that's so
move.
good.
It is.
Though.
It is. It's
And
free
I can
movement if
I
we
can
get
get
that, but if we
I
don't,
can get to half,
we lose
at
a
least
sanity
half.
and a soul, damage the ship 2 times.
If we fail,
If we fail.
I can get to at least half.
And I can barely, without giving
well,
you a number,
we
I
can make it
barely
happen.
help.
We can make it happen.
Well, let's try the cards. Let's
Well,
keep it.
I can't. It has to be before cards are played or before any cards are contributed.
And what is your, once you can just make it
I
succeed?
I choose the outcome.
Is this of a Mythos card?
Yes.
Okay.
Do we still attempt the?
No. Everybody keeps their card. That's what's so good.
But then
Everybody
this
holds on to
succeeds.
all their cards.
And we're not losing anything because there's nothing to reset
Right.
because we just moved.
But then you go to the brig.
And then I go to sickbay.
Oh,
So,
I only draw one card on my turn.
just for your turn, though.
Yes, I think it's a huge benefit. Being
it's a
human
free travel
and wanting
card.
to get to port.
Hey, you keep harping on that, sir.
either okay. Either
I don't know that I trust
either
the guy
or.
that
I
vouched
can
for you either. But
with this. I can do over half.
Yeah, I can
of
do
that.
half. I can
But
do
the thing
other
is
half.
you're using up all those cards.
Okay.
But then we still have.
I
your
literally
whammy
haven't been
ability
able
for
to use.
whatever
I
we
literally
want.
haven't been able to use
Yes,
will.
So,
Okay, yeah, and we can't
I'm
keep
not
this one
gonna-
for later. Okay, I will.
and
let-
I'm not gonna weigh in either way because, like I said, I can literally barely help.
Okay.
Are you
Since we can't
confident
blurt
between the
numbers
two
out,
of
I
you,
can-
you can get at least half. I mean, you can half and half.
I don't
With
know.
this, I can get over half.
Okay.
I don't know
will-
because Riva is the traitor and everything. So
I'm using it. I'm using it.
He doesn't trust anyone.
Scared him, dude. Okay.
But Rita's the traitor. Oh my God! Yeah, get rid of it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Sweet. So total free travel.
But now he's
And
gonna
it's-
pick all this weird shit again.
I'm gonna pick the
Maybe.
destination.
Maybe.
Oh, what in the world?
No, fuck.
2
you
cards.
know
from the
how come
waypoint.
it always?
You
They're
know,
always bad.
it keeps happening when he pulls the cards.
I mean,
no.
I'm trying to draw another card because it's worse and worse every single time.
I didn't know
I
I
know.
had this ability. I just thought it was like my player portraits. I had no idea there was an ability on the back.
And then Bubble Butt shows up again, and we move this track on the bottom of the card.
So
Right,
he's
that
Bubble
means
Butt.
Bubble Butt's going to damage the ship.
Yep. Or spawn more creatures.
Well,
Actually.
there's more creatures out there. We're not quite out of creatures to spawn yet, but we need to get.
Oh, this is great. Okay, this is gonna help
no.
us. This is better than.
Oh boy.
No, this is okay.
It's better than
The
six,
ship
so
doesn't
it's
actually move and push them down, though, does it? Because we didn't actually move the track,
We didn't.
so they don't shift.
No. But this is gonna help.
Okay.
Rogue wave. So we move a distance of 3. Lose 1 fuel.
No.
Oh,
So we're gonna lose 1 fuel.
dude, we are out of fuel.
I know.
How do we
Move-
get more fuel?
Yeah, I don't know.
We-
Move each deep one in each deck space to its adjacent water space. So there's a rogue wave that washed over the ship.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So
Good timing for my little
And we
banishment to
moved
push them
3,
outside.
so now we're at 10.
total of 10 out of
We
12.
just need 2 more.
Nice. Okay.
The other one was
Hell.
Okay, so we're moving
We took a portal through that one.
away from your deep one city you were trying to take us to.
Hey, we saw it. We moved on.
Yeah.
Portal to
So
that.
where, I don't want to jinx this, but maybe I missed this at the beginning of the game. We only need to move 2 more, which is awesome, but where do we fail? How do we
fail? If we need to add deep ones into the area and we can't, if any of our commodities there go to 0,
Oh, cool.
we
So we're
lose.
super close to failure.
any of them?
Any of them.
Cool.
If every room on the interior of the ship is damaged, it falls apart. We're done.
All right. How do we generate fuel?
I don't know if there is a way to do it.
There's,
And I
there's
have
got to
to-
be a way to.
In order to keep us moving, I'm going to have to keep risking it. But I have stuff. I have
You got
cards
to
that
do majorly good, do really
I just
high
need to-
strength
I need
stuff.
I need to get strength cards. That's what I need, so that I can attempt it.
Oh man.
So my turn?
How do we?
Yeah, that was the end of it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, we
was
gotta
it?
still finish the card.
Oh, you're right. I just do the outcome.
Yeah. So it was bubble butt, and then this thing moves 1. So this
Him?
guy, the 2-headed thing.
So that means he spawns 2.
Okay.
Critters.
There. So that was it.
Where's
There's a lot of critters. I'm just
They're all
saying.
right
How do we
there.
get rid
Where's
of
a
them?
depth charge when you need one?
The greater banishment.
That's it.
That's
That washes them
it
all
wipes
back
out all of the deep ones.
How do we advance it? Hold on. The ritual.
The chapel. If you're in the chapel, you can advance it manually.
Well, the ritual had to get this space. Okay. So
Yeah, it nukes all of the deep ones, and they go
Chapel.
off the board. They're gone, and then these 2 are banished back to the deep.
Oh, son of a gun. I don't have any freaking lore.
I don't know if there's any spells for greater banishment. I could try that a couple of times.
Okay, but it's my turn now.
It's your turn now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of that was off of your turn?
That was off of me moving the boat, which is what we need to do.
I know, but wow.
But we got 2 travel cards, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we completed the one. So yeah, we moved 6.
It's just
which is
hysterical
awesome.
that every time he has a turn, it's like 90% of the movement of the board. This is hysterical. Okay.
Okay. So if it's my turn, I'm gonna take.
All fish are in the water at least.
I'll take
Oh,
this
wow,
as my single card. Let's shuffle the strength deck, and we need a new strength deck. Okay. Okay. I'm back in running. I should move and do.
Go to the chapel. Do you have lore?
I did not pick. Lore's not one I can pick.
Okay.
I plan on going to the boiler room, but the strength card I picked is not a good card for the boiler room. I'm gonna go to the.
Can let you reroll, I think.
I'm gonna go to the. Yeah. I'm gonna move and attack.
Okay.
Because if I'm in the galley, I can at least next turn.
Draw cards. Yeah.
Well, if I do that and the problem is that critter's there.
Well, you got to take him out
I do. Let's just attack him.
if you want to stop for a sandwich.
Well, that lets me draw cards in the galley,
In the
which
galley,
would have been
yeah.
nice. But
Oh, and your ability doesn't work because it's inside.
yes, it only moves to a deck and get an extra action.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
I was
not
thinking
as
you
helpful.
could. All right. Well,
But I can move and use my 6-shooter to get rid of this guy. Or at least, hopefully, it gives me a +2 to my die roll. So it's dead. Oh. So that was my move and do.
I don't even have that to do that.
Miscommunication.
Oh no.
Miscalculation. Sorry. Glasses.
Both.
Okay. Beatrice had calculated a new course that would get the ship to safety in record time. But upon reviewing her work, she realizes she had forgotten to carry a digit. Now, the ship will take much longer.
No.
She might be able to pilot a faster course with some help. All right.
okay.
Throw overboard.
Beatrice Sharp chooses. Is anybody's the actual character Beatrice Sharp?
No.
Okay. Then it goes to me. Look at the top 2 cards of the Waypoint deck. Place one on the top and of the deck and one at the bottom. On a fail, retreat the travel track 2 spaces. For each space it cannot retreat, lose 1 fuel.
No.
Oh no.
Or fix it yourself. Roll a die. If the result is 7 or less, resolve the fail effect. What?
Okay, hold on. 7 or less?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to roll an 8.
You have to roll an 8. So wait. What's the skill check?
It is 13,
Uh-huh.
and it is lore and observation.
The one card that I have for observation, I need to hold on. So you either roll the die or do the skill check?
It is an or, so it's either fix it yourself, roll the die, and if the result is 7 or less,
If
it's a fail. You do the fail effect.
I have a. I can help. I've got one good card to help. If observation is in there, I can
It's a
help with this one.
13.
It's a 13.
And 13 is high, but we've done so many others that are harder.
Yeah, but literally I have been stockpiling one type because I haven't been able to play it. So I literally
I
have
can do
no
about
lore.
a third of that myself with one card.
So
I've
okay.
got,
So rolling the die isn't a thing you need to do.
there's no
If
die
we're gonna
rolling
do
in
this, if we're gonna do the skill check.
I am doing the skill check.
Okay, so I can help with a 4th.
Okay. I have no ability to add on to this.
I got about a half.
Okay. If we're doing our math right,
We should be fine.
we've got.
I can add 2.
cards. Okay.
Oh, but that's a once in the game ability. Well,
We are gonna lose. We can't. If we fail,
says the fish person. I'm just kidding.
then I don't have to help.
I'm just.
Well, the chances of you rolling an 8 are like none. So
I know. Me
it's
rolling an 8 is gonna,
12.5%.
12.5, yes.
How did you even figure that out?
I'll take those.
Well,
No.
because a quarter is 25% of the half that.
You're weird.
I'm a bookkeeper.
Okay.
Numbers are my home.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Numbers
is
in my home. Okay, so I can contribute a good card, and I can
are we
also
doing?
add 2.
It is. We are doing the skill check.
Okay,
I'm not
okay.
fixing
So-
it myself.
All right.
Alrighty.
So draw the 2 random cards,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
let's
yeah.
hope they're not
Negatives.
like they have been.
Okay. So Eric, you contribute first.
That's all I got.
This, and then I'm well
You're
equipped.
One.
Can you do that retroactively? So you don't have to play it up front. Can you do it
It says
after the
after
fact?
calculating the total of a skill check.
Oh, okay. So after calculating.
Right, but
so
I'm
you
just
can
saying,
decide.
let's...
It's an option.
All right, shuffle it up.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we
Oh my
go.
God.
This is the math
We
of this is
can't-
actually kind of nerve wracking.
Utterly, we can't lose because then we lose fuel.
Wait, observation and lore, right?
Yeah.
Observations.
6. All right.
Oh shit.
Oh no, that's a negative.
Yes. What the fuck?
Oh,
So we are at
lost.
1,
We lost.
1,
Wait.
5, 9.
Oh, no way.
Did it?
No way.
Without this?
No way.
Nice.
Yeah. So
sure?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Well, the
12, 13,
fives,
14,
yeah, the
15,
fives
16,
cancel out, so you've got 8, 11, 14.
Yeah, we have 14.
Okay.
Oh,
Which
my
is a
lord.
pass.
Damn Beatrice anyways.
Hell. All right.
Know your math.
So, look at the top 2 cards of the Waypoint deck. Place one on the top and one on the bottom.
And then we do what, though?
It's just so you can prep yourself.
That's not good.
No!
Either one of them's good enough, though, right?
It is.
So do we win?
No,
Because we have to
it's-
actually get there. He's just getting to sort the
God
deck.
damn
I
it.
think.
You better
It's this one. This is
pick
going on the bottom.
nicely.
This one's going on the bottom. Both would have been interesting,
God.
but this is all that we need.
No, funny, please. This is nerve wracking. Do we want to take a... I need to check on the food. We need to take a break.
Do we need to take a break? We are so.
Yeah.
I'm letting you know, guys. The next leg of our journey will be the last jump that we have to make.
All right. Well,
That'll
That
be-
means we have to advance
Okay.
the ship track with no fuel.
Yeah, we need
We're
to advance
gonna-
the ship track.
With no fuel.
we're gonna take a break.
And I'm just letting you know that I can double check it. The next waypoint will not require us to use fuel.
Oh, good.
So, just saying. But we need to frickin' banish the hell out of everything in the ocean right now. It is really bad.
Well, let's hope I
It's
got a
really
spell
bad.
for that.
Oh my word.
We'll have to see if I got a greater banishment spell. I don't know.
I don't know if you have one in there. I mean, I'm sure you've got stuff that's really going to help, but maybe you got a spell that's going to advance the banishment. I don't know. But.
We should be on intermission and have no audio on testing. Okay. Okay. I need to use the restroom.
I'm sure you've got stuff that's really going to help, but maybe you've got a spell that's going to advance the banishment. I don't know.
Hopefully we don't die. That would be great.
It's going to be close.
I know. Oh, I need to get my soda. The fuel thing, man. Do you think there's fuel in the item?
I don't think so.
In the items? I don't know about that. I don't think so. But Riva, being the trader, shouldn't.
All right, so game plan is
Well, there's two game plans. One is to drive. Yours is to sink the ship.
well. That's exactly what you want people to think. Me and my two boob cards are just gonna sit over here. I swear to God, that was weird. When I glanced over, I was like, "Why are those?" And I was like, "Oh, they're fish." It's weird. It's not your phone. His phone must have high volume over there. Whose turn is it?
All right. Mine just ended, right?
Is that so? We just did this miscalculation. So we did that.
Which was your Mythos card?
Yes. So we did that. I had Dagon spawn.
Right.
And the ship will advance. And then my turn is done.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
where we ended.
Okay.
So now we're on to Eric.
All right, go ahead and give me 3 lore, please.
I
Two
swear
Oh,
to God.
I need shuffle the lore deck. We need more lore. What else do you need?
2 strength and 1 will.
Strength. And Will.
Will what?
And Wheaton. And yes. Shuffle that guy.
So I got more.
There's one, and you owe 2 more
Since I'll have
of the ones you're shuffling.
10 cards or whatever, I'll discard 1 will.
You need one of these?
2 more. He needs 2 of those.
Okay.
Thank you.
There you go. All right.
Interesting.
All right, Eric. What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
We're getting close, and all of a sudden, the tones change. What happened?
Eric is not a fish person.
So you think?
He could have done well. I can't rule out 100%, but
So you think?
I'm thinking he's human. He's a human.
You thought he was deflecting for half the game. What changed your mind?
Let's go ahead and move here.
Because I don't even trust him for what he said about you.
Oh no, I'm human for sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Of course
Can I
I'm.
see your license and registration? Can I see your other license and registration?
Can you speak amphibian?
All right, I'm going to move there, and I'm going to shrivel them.
Shrivel him. Shrivel.
Shrivel.
Shrivel it.
You should be able to shrivel from anywhere.
Shrivel it.
You can. You don't need to.
You can. Is this your destination? Is this where you want to end up?
Yeah.
Man.
Okay.
Then never mind.
Fine.
Do it in person.
Shrivel him. Hey, at least you know who's causing your
There
death.
he is.
Deed.
Bye.
Deed.
Okay, looks like that's all I got left to do. Oh,
Holy
no.
moly.
Ah.
He's like, what?
I'm gonna rotate my cards for strength cards so I can be doing this to try to get this the hell out of here.
Oh, heck yeah.
Unless people object.
No.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
I'm going to...
The game is afoot. Jamie grew up hunting, but they have never encountered prey as clever as these deep ones. Despite Jamie's best efforts, several deep ones have sneaked aboard to wreak havoc and must be stopped.
They're everywhere outside the ship, so of course some are going to get in.
So is our Jamie Snell here?
I am not Jamie.
No.
No,
Nope.
no, Jamie.
Okay, I
so
guess
it's
it's
you.
up to me. So I get to choose one. I could choose to choose one interior space, defeat each deep one in that space if I pass this thing.
Okay.
Um,
Murder, but that's not interior space.
no, it would be nice. If I fail, roll a die and spawn 4 deep ones in the interior space that matches the result, then move that into that space.
Well, there's only one to defeat.
Yeah, there is only one in there.
Or try to contain them. Damage the boiler room. Spawn 4 deep ones in the damaged space.
Oh no! Ew.
Oh, that's...
No.
Mm-mm.
Wait, what? No. We only have 5. That's only because you just killed one. We don't want to do that.
Yeah, we don't want to spawn
Well,
4 of them.
We need 13 of observation and strength.
Oh shit, strength is what I need, and
So
what
it-
I'm gonna do, I need
so-
my cards.
If you pass the skill check, then we choose an interior space, and we have to defeat each deep one in that space.
And they're gone. They're just defeated.
What? Oh, you don't actually have to roll to defeat.
No, you don't roll.
No.
Okay, that was confusing because then
But
we
it's
have
only
to spawn
one.
2 more
Yeah, it's
and move
only
the ship.
That's just move. That's just move
Oh,
all
I
the
don't
deep
spawn.
ones. That's
Yes.
just move.
Okay, awesome.
The only one who's going to spawn is
So
this guy's the only one
13
who's going to spawn.
Yeah, I got 1.
Still, we need to keep them out of the interior of the ship for the banishment spell to work.
I got 1 plus 2. I got 3 max. That's it, literally.
Okay.
Oh, I get to draw cards before I do my thing, though, huh? All right, I've got
So
one
there's-
card that can help a little bit.
Observation and strength.
Wait, what happens if we fail? Because if we succeed, all we do is kill this one guy, right?
Right, but if you fail, roll a die and spawn 4 deep ones in the interior space that matches that result, then move to that space.
Shit. Okay, so that's what. So we're doing this to not fail, not necessarily because we want the pass.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've
Because
got
the
one
other
card.
option is to damage the boiler room and put 4 deep ones in there. That's the other option.
I don't want him in here with me.
No.
All right. Okay. Shit.
So
I've got.
I have 3,
I forgot.
literally.
I get to draw cards at the beginning of my turn, right?
You do.
So I have 1 card that will help a little bit.
I have... Oh, what are the...
are doing it, right?
strength and observation.
Yeah.
I have a piddly card I can contribute.
I could do about half.
Then we're not going to make it. I have 3.
We're screwed.
Well, do we want to burn the cards and not make it and see if those guys actually help us? Or do people want to save their cards? If we're convinced we're going to fail.
I think I'd rather save my cards. Yeah.
We're just going to take the fail?
Are we just going to take the fail?
That's 4 deep ones. We can't... Then
We that's not going to wipe us out right now, but then we have no more breathing room. Where do they go? They go into the boiler room with me?
No,
Yes.
no.
At that...
Oh...
Do we
All right,
just
so
take the...
pass is choose 1 interior space, defeat each deep one in that space. The fail is roll a die, spawn 4 in whatever matches the die. Then he has to move to that space.
Oh crap.
So it's either 4 in a random room or 4 guaranteed in the boiler room.
Right. He doesn't move to the boiler room if they go to the boiler room.
Why don't we take
But
a-
the boiler room's damaged though,
Yes.
so you'd have to undamage it.
And the other one is just... Is
And
the
there's
other one...
no-
we can't damage the boiler.
No, we don't want that to happen.
Which could still happen
I
with a
wish.
random die
See,
roll.
this is
but-
why I wish we had your thing still.
So, the random...
Shit.
Let's do the... I I still think we got
Nope.
a good deal from the last one.
Before any Mythos card is resolved, during any player's turn step, you may discard it. If you do so, that player draws and resolves another one. Or do we hate this one bad enough to want to mulligan it? I can do that once. This is the ability I forgot I had, because I was just looking at my pretty picture.
Oh.
I didn't realize there was an ability back there. But once per game,
Oh my god.
I can have us mulligan.
Have you used your ability?
What was it?
To look at your card.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
That's
right.
a good ability, though.
that is a very good
Yes.
ability. Which you
If
found out
he's
I'm
the
completely
tree.
human.
Yeah, well,
Totally.
that's
Uh-huh.
that's
Yeah, I'm
totally.
sure
He
you
knows that I am completely human.
Sure you did.
I am completely and totally trustworthy.
You're a
Right.
meat popsicle. So do we want to do that? Since we don't think we can pass this one.
Do we get
And
to
the fail
choose?
condition
Does,
sucks.
does it let
No,
us look?
it just-
Can we pick?
Well, if somebody has an ability to peek,
I do
that
not.
they can do now,
No.
all my ability lets us do is discard this one and draw another one. And we can only do it once, but we can mulligan that.
F.
Since we're not interested in committing the resources to try to pass it because we're not sure we can, and we're just going to eat the fail. So, do we want to try a different card?
I say
We're so close.
We are so. I'm a.
What are we? Oh no. Okay, so boarding and then the boat moving.
Yeah.
So
Which will move these? No, they'll all move onto the boat.
I'm all for a different scenario where we have some other. I mean, hey, if we pick another card, it could be, hey, we're risking food or souls instead, which could be
Oh my
bad,
gosh.
but a different. I mean, not
Oh
as
my gosh.
disadvantaged. I mean, this is a critical thing because we're almost out of deep ones that can spawn, and if we're out of that, they overwhelm the ship, and we're done.
we're almost there though.
And this
too,
is
so-
nowhere near like
Banishment. Mm-mm.
So
I
I
don't
vote
have
for.
any
I'm good
more.
for a new Mythos card.
yeah, the
Where
choice
are
is: do we
Are
want to eat this
Where is
fail?
the chapel?
Here.
Yeah, Eric is in the chapel here.
Do you have lore cards?
So he
So
can.
you could literally do. You could move this forward too, and banish all of them.
get rolled on close.
If that's what he he
Gonna
did
pinch you.
he did move to there and clear the room.
Yes.
Yeah.
So those are his
The thing
actions.
is-
And you have
on
lore
his
cards,
mythos.
so
And
you
we
can-
have to do this soon because we can only banish them if they're in the ocean or on the deck.
I'm
Nothing
trying my best.
You are doing. I
So
believe
wait,
you.
no, wait. Here's the thing. Is
so
it your turn?
would seem.
No, my turn is over.
Oh, your
I
turn is
believe
over.
him.
Yeah, that's
This
what I
is
was
my
saying.
Mythos card.
God damn it!
So do we want to mulligan this Mythos card?
Because by the time we get all the way back around, I have no lore. I don't know if you. He's
I
the
say
only one
we
in the
do it.
space.
I say we do
I'm,
a different
I'm
way
going to be stacking strength cards so that
to
I
get
can
our
do
ship
those.
moving.
Nobody has an. Hey, does anybody have a? Nope, that doesn't work either. One of those cards that lets somebody else take a turn.
I do not.
I don't know.
And the best thing I can think of is on my turn, I can try to fend off on the deck because I can move and shoot a lot. So that's the best I can think of.
I can shoot, and my dog can go after people, but I'm just trying to think how we can do this and save ourselves from running out of that. Like,
Maybe I can move to the chapel and help on it. Well, I don't pick those cards. No, I can't help on the chapel. Period.
wait a
I don't
minute.
have those
wait
cards.
a minute.
I can't. I don't pick those cards.
For right now, though, are we going to eat this fail, or do we want to mulligan the Mythos card? 'Cause that's the
I
decision
vote.
right
I
now.
vote mulligan because then we can at least have. If we fail a different card, it could be a completely different scenario where
As long as it's
we're
not fuel.
off of something which we don't worry about right now. So I say we do another one.
Agreed. I say we do another
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
Okay, so get rid of that one. There's our
Let's
new
see how bad
fate.
this one is.
Now let me flip this
Shit.
back over to my pretty portrait because my ability's used. Terror from the Deep. I'm glad XCOM did not do that when they revived the game.
This is worse.
They
No.
They're not.
well, if you
Terror
play
from the Deep was
she
so
attacks
bad.
the ship.
if you play to the very end
could be
of
worse.
XCOM 2, the ending credits are them descending into the water,
don't have
and then
any of
you
those.
see like
Fuck.
a
I literally have
translucent
none of this.
pool glowing or something. So it alludes to the fact that there
She's
could
still
be
gonna
a terror
attack the
from the
ship,
deep.
though.
Okay, what happened?
Well, there's no effect if we pass it.
What
I'm
what
just
sort
waiting
of?
for you guys. That's all.
Yeah,
Go for it. What
Sorry,
did you say?
we segued. We made a nerd segue. Sorry.
Squirrel.
Nerd segue.
It was good. But anyways, okay. Infiltrator. A deep one has sneak aboard and is threatening to wreak havoc. You must find it before it has a chance to act.
This one?
So lore and right.
Lore and strength. Need 11. Pass no effect. 8 plus roll a die. Spawn a deep
I
one
can
in
give
the
you
interior
2.
space that matches the
I
result.
literally have none of those.
Or fail, damage the ship. If space was damaged, spawn a deep one in that space.
All right.
That's not nearly as bad.
No, not nearly
That's
as
not
bad.
nearly
Good
as
call on the frickin' good call.
And I have just a couple of points I can contribute, but I can contribute.
Very, very little. I can do. I've got a card.
I don't have any strength cards. That's my problem. But,
Yeah. No, well, you need him for that.
yeah. Well, I've got cards to shift that,
Okay.
and thankfully those are.
Well, I got
Not
strength,
what
but I'm keeping the lore cards, guys. I can burn up my strength.
I can contribute 2. That's it. I don't even have those cards.
I can attribute half.
In a pinch, I can contribute 2 as well, but there's a cost to it.
Well,
Deep subject.
do we think we have enough between us?
If it's, you said it's just 11.
It's 11.
I think if everybody's pitching in a couple of points, we should probably be okay.
I think we're.
Because I can throw in another 2 for my ring, but there's a cost.
What's the cost?
The cost is 2 of these treachery cards are going to go into that deck,
Oh, and we have
which is why I've not been
those in
using
there.
it. Yeah. Early in the game, I was deliberately not wanting those in there, but we're fairly desperate now.
Lore
And if 2
and
points is going to
strength.
make a difference. We can
Okay.
get
And you can do it after the fact?
it. After calculating the
Okay.
total of the skill check.
Damage the
That's
ship.
a handy ring.
If a
That is
space-
actually very handy.
Damage the ship. What do they mean by damage the ship? How do you damage the ship?
So you're going to go. You take a damage card, and I'll see what it says, but I think you start with the highest one and you work back.
The whole ship is damaged?
No, just you one room out of the ship, but I think you move from the front and you go and you damage towards the back. So whichever the highest undamaged or the lowest numbered undamaged room, and you work your way back. So just one, the
Hydra
first. So
smashes the ball.
the chapel would be the damaged room.
That's what we need to move the track forward. Oh my god.
Well, we might be able to fix it. We haven't even tried fixing these rooms yet. Because we
No,
haven't
'cause
really
they
worried
require-
about the bridge or the cargo hold.
Roll. So if we can just hit 8 at least, either pass or hit 8, then if we hit 8, roll a die, spawn 1 deep one in the interior space that matches the result.
Okay, that's not bad.
So,
Okay.
So what do you want to do?
Will we have to attempt it or just take the fail?
Well, everybody can just say I'm not contributing cards.
Right. Right. So I can throw in a couple of points, and with this ring, if we're within 2 points, I can push us over.
and I can do this for 2, but that's it.
Okay. Well, Reva, you're the
Literally.
first to contribute.
Well, I have no cards, but this
You
will
can
add
help.
2.
Okay.
So that's all I've got for. We got this if we need it. All right.
Okay.
11's not bad though. We've hit so many higher target numbers.
We have.
We hit 24 with the other
I
one,
mean, my
and we didn't
goodness.
even need to.
That was.
Yeah, well, it was nice of the trader to not tank that one.
Yes.
Even though Joe ate all of his cards up. You were really worried about it.
I'm like, no!
And then we're
All right,
super
here we
succeeding.
go.
No cards for that.
5.
Holy moly.
Nice.
5.
No, that kind of took that away.
Shit!
Goddamn
Wait,
trader.
is that? Oh, no,
I didn't
that's
play any
not.
cards!
Okay.
Oh, you did?
No!
That was part of the bluff.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many of us have seen?
5.
How many of us have seen actual 5 cards? I think they're all in that deck.
6.
We're done.
It's observation. 2.
What?
3.
Oh, no.
Wait.
4.
4.
Total of 4 with
6.
these.
No, not even with all of your
No.
bonuses
I
would
can
it work.
push us to. I can. Well, no, there would be no point.
Even with
All that's
both of
doing
your
is giving us
bonuses, we
treachery.
wouldn't even tip the scale.
Nope. So we're
Wait,
screwed.
would it get it to the partway point?
It'll
The
get us to
8, it would get
yes.
us to the 8,
Okay.
so that the ship wasn't damaged.
That ain't worth it.
Do we want
Let's do it because the big fail was really bad, right?
The big fail, you damage the ship. If a space was damaged, you spawn a deep one in the damaged space. Otherwise, we just roll a die and put the deep one in it without damaging the space. But this is what's going to be damaged, meaning we can't use this to do this to save ourselves from losing.
That's correct.
Okay,
We
so
have
we don't,
to have
we don't
the-
want the ship damaged, so we have to get the 8.
Right.
Okay.
So this is done.
The downside to that is these are now in play over here.
Okay, well, hold on here. Do I shuffle it? They're on the bottom.
Yeah.
Joe,
And
now that we put those 2 in there, they're on the
it
bottom.
says
Do I shuffle
shuffle
them?
2 treachery cards. So
These damage ones? Or I'm sorry.
no, we're pushing it to 8 so the ship doesn't get damaged, which means I need to use my ring so the treachery cards went in, so we shuffle them in because it says shuffle in 2.
Oh yeah, so put in 2 treachery, shuffle it.
Yes.
So 2 out of the 4, so 50-50 are bad.
Yeah.
Plus,
Super bad.
The
who
next 2 skill checks are gonna.
be rough.
Fuck us. Yeah. All right.
Well, actually, we haven't seen any of these cards. Are they really
They're
bad?
all negative.
Well, I'm sure they're all negative, but I mean, are they really bad?
right.
To be honest, I haven't looked hard at them, but I think they're
So-
going to have the numerical range
I
between.
think she damages the ship anyways.
She will, yeah.
Okay. This moves. But so does that mean the chapel's damaged anyways?
Yeah.
Are you fucking
Are you sure?
Are you serious?
She damages the closest room, and then if she can't damage that room, she goes to the next highest number. Or yeah,
And it has
Where's
to be
the
a,
chapel?
it
on
has
her
to be
side.
a room. It can't
on
be the
her
deck.
side. No, she doesn't damage the deck, so it just goes down her side of the ship.
Well, maybe it's fixable though.
It is fixable. Hey, we don't know what it is. So, but that's happening, isn't it?
Yep.
She
Yes.
damages. Okay,
Damages
so here's
it, and we moved.
here's the damage. Structural damage. Place this card in the space belonging to the damage. Defeat each human in that space.
What?
What?
So you went to sick bay.
I went to
Oh.
sick bay.
Action. Discard skill cards from your hand that have a total value of 5 or more to repair the space. And it can be of any.
Oh, it can be of any?
Okay.
And that one's a
So
wild,
it's
so it
just
can be
five.
of
Oh
any.
man, that's gonna take up.
So I need a 5 card to be able to do that.
So,
we
you
get
just a
back
total, discard a total of value of 5
To
cards.
fix
But
the
you're
room.
in the sick bay.
Yeah, but that's not bad.
That one's not bad.
That one's not bad. That'll
Okay.
be easy.
But these are only a value of 3, but it's a specific suit.
Right.
But those aren't bad, but this one's higher, but
5.
any suit.
Okay.
What advanced? The ship advanced?
we did. She
Oh.
moved it.
Okay, so the ship went forward, so these guys are gonna.
Oh yay! We're leaving them in the dirt. Well, we're in the ocean, so they're not in the dirt, but we're slowly pulling away.
All right. So I need.
This is just comical. This is also.
It's not funny.
It's,
They're trying to kill us.
Our
You
situation.
fish-faced traitor.
I am not.
This is so
I
bad.
have been proven to be human
Yeah.
scientifically
All right.
from the other partly
So
fishmen.
I need 1 lore,
That's right. There could be 2. Just kidding.
One more.
One lore.
2 observation, and 2 will.
We need to shuffle the will. Yeah, so will and observation we need again. But I only gave you one of those because you need an extra one of the will. So yeah, take one of those.
But the green one you need reshuffled, right?
Yeah, these need to be reshuffled.
Where are all of the cards?
Like, shit, what stack do I have? I forgot.
But once Reva wants to decide
that's
she
great.
reveals herself as the traitor,
Oh,
she
uh-huh.
just starts pulling these.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh wait, I need the rest of these.
And she can just choose to do that whenever.
Yes, and she gets a
Or-
good benefit
or
from it.
You could.
No, mostly Reva. And then
Traitor adjacent.
traitor adjacent over here. No, everybody has a thing where when they reveal themselves to be a traitor, they get a big bonus for their side. So mine, if I was the traitor and I declared myself as one, when you reveal as a traitor, if you're not in the brig, reset the travel track. So
Oh, is that what this is?
that's what that black text is when you reveal as traitor.
You're not on the bird.
And all of them are if you're not in the brig. So putting the traitor in the brig is very beneficial to the rest of the the humans, the non-fish people.
Okay. So I'm going to move here. And then discard. All I can do is move and discard. That's it.
That's a good move and do.
I know. I just... Okay. So it's not broken anymore.
Good.
Yay.
Eric just needs to stumble back in there.
Shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know, it's terrible. It's like constant, horrible.
More
I-
smashing, maybe.
Oh, I was hoping to at least do one so he could do more in his turn. But I don't have anything that gives me an extra action.
No, I don't have anything that gives you
I've only
extra
had those
actions.
cards twice, and I used them together to see who was actually the traitor, and it was borderline non-conclusive since Eric chose not to save people.
All right. Oh, man.
Wanted to see your card, and now he's vouching
Shit.
for you, so I don't know.
I am
Uh-oh,
human.
what happened?
I am Joe.
When he
you-
spawns deep ones, he spawns 2 at a time?
2.
Okay. All right. Some desperate passengers think they can escape the deep ones in one of the ship's dinghies. This will undoubtedly end in disaster.
Let them go.
The captains choose.
Oh, I get to choose. What do we have
So
here?
many deep.
Call them back. Risk a passenger, then roll a die. 4 or less, lose 1 sanity. Or let them go. Lose 1... Oh, sorry, guys. You go off on your own. Lose 1 soul.
Okay.
You're out of here. You go...
And the ship moves forward.
You go wherever you want. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he...
So do these go away?
So,
Wait.
spawn here first.
Oh, yes, yes.
They don't know. They don't spawn up there?
No, they spawn with him.
But
Do these go
everything
away?
moves, right?
Everything
'Cause the
moves. So
ship
those go
moves.
into the deep.
Yes.
So put those
Not off the ship, but they are in the deep. They have been banished, so they might
Oh.
come back with a vengeance.
Oh, shit, so they still count?
They don't... yes,
we
they
can still pull from them, right? If he
gonna-
has to spawn, can
I
he-
will double check, but I think they
So
go
then
to
all
the
of these
deep.
guys move
Go
down here.
down.
Okay.
Okay, so what do I want to
Because
call
we've
this?
sailed past it. Come here, mama. Take your little...
Take your babies with you.
Broodlings with you.
Yeah. Rudelings.
Okay. I will look. We can keep
Yeah,
playing.
Let's make sure. Okay, so that was the end of your mythos, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I get one of each card. I'm going to start with that. What you got? What you got? And then I'm going to rotate out for strength cards so that we can try to move the boat. What have we got? So what do we want to do? If we use this one.
Monsters in the rear water space move to the deep. Monsters in the ship spaces on the board are unaffected, so they go to the deep.
So all of those little dudes are in the deep waiting.
No, these don't count. Those still count against our total.
But... So as long as we have some here that can spawn, we're not dead yet.
Yeah, do they count as unspawned?
I'm gonna look at the deep here. Let's look at the deep
Because that's what I'm worried about.
too. Deep, which is.
But if we banish them, they go back to the deep. They don't go off the board.
If we banish them, they're off the board altogether. They don't even go to the deep.
Oh, got it. Ugh. This is making me nuts.
Those are not
Deep weather
candies.
since the tips of the ocean group for preparation for assaulting the ship. Mother Hydra fighter Dagon is removed from the board. That figure is placed in deep. Any monsters in the 2 water spaces in the back of the ship
We
are
just need to
moved the
move
deep.
one more time to act. Oh no! But then we have to do whatever the fuck is on that card he pulled.
The deep is not
Once we
considered
arrive.
board space for any. The deep is not adjacent to any in space travel.
We've got to banish these guys, or we lose, and we can't screw with our fuel, or we lose.
Oh, wait. I don't want to get rid of that because it's a strength card, which is what I'm trading it for.
Oh my gosh! Okay, this is so much anxiety right now.
I know.
We have to be able to spawn. They have to be able to spawn out of the deep onto the waves, right?
Okay, so
Yes.
I'm going to stack for what we're doing next time. I'm going to do Watch and Learn, which is going to let me draw 2 cards. And I'm going to draw Strength cards. And then I'm going to do Persistence. Yeah, those go. What's left in my hands? Persistence. And get rid of these.
So those guys, when one of the matriarchs comes back here and they respawn, they take all of those deep ones with them when they respawn. So,
Okay.
So we have got to banish them.
yeah.
Okay, so I have strength cards. Wait, those were actions. That was an action. And yes, that was an action. Okay, so I am stacked to push the ship forward, but my 2 actions were... oh no, Watch and Learn is not an action, so I still have an action.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can still move forward 1,
I can.
which is going to trigger this yet again.
Oh, good. Which, on his turn, he's the one who makes the ship move.
I'm making the boat move.
We're damage control.
Oh,
We are damage control.
yeah, or something. Well,
Or
Or
something.
something.
Or something.
I am.
As a human, I'm
As a human,
totally insulted by that,
as a human, I am
this-
helping in every way I can.
right?
this is an action. Okay, so here's what
I
I'm
should
gonna
go here and be like,
I
I
have-
fend all of you off.
do. Okay, so all right. Here's what we're gonna do, because I thought that was an action and it's not. So
You shall not pass.
here's
That's exactly what that is, but I'm not as good as
we're
Gandalf.
gonna do lesser
I was thinking about the
banishment.
Black Knight and Monty Python.
Oh, that works too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, even however many cuts I get. What did you do?
Lesser banishment.
What is that? How many go away?
What are you doing?
Why are you moving in there?
Because he's the traitor. What are you doing?
Why are
Why
they
are they on
moving
the
there?
ship?
And when I reveal myself as the traitor,
What
we're
is,
going,
why are you not the traitor?
No, what the hell?
when you
We
reveal
had
yourself as the
negative 3 negative
traitor,
cards.
and you're not in the brig, draw the top card of the Mythos deck. Resolve that card's fail effect, or one of the card's choices that does not include a skill check. Then discard that card, ignoring the activation track.
You! But you should read it. You're the one who's going to fail it.
Yeah, alright, okay. Family ties.
Can I have a mythical creature now?
How did we get it to where we...
Hello, cousin,
Yes.
the half-man, half-fish person says. Ishmael recognizes him as
don't
Obadiah
understand.
Marsh.
Of course, he's the one
A
reading
distant
it.
relative. Although Obadiah is
Hi,
looking
fish
greener
cousin.
around the gills than Ishmael remembers. I've been looking for you, Obadiah continues. Mother has a request. Oh, and that's a bummer. You can accept or refuse. Who is Ishmael Marsh?
Eric is.
Oh.
Okay, you get to choose. Remove each deep one from the board, including the deep. Place each monarch in the deep. Then place this card in your play area and gain the following ability. When chaos cards are added to a skill check, if you are not in the brig, also add the top card of the treachery deck. Refuse. Spawn 4 deep ones in the interior space closest to you.
Shit.
We're done.
So wait, what? Remove.
How were you the bad guy?
It happened in the second draw.
So if you remove.
So nobody was the bad guy.
Nobody was the bad.
But how did we get it to accuse Reva at that point?
Because those 3 negative cards.
How did we get a third negative card? Did you... How did we get a third negative card? Did somebody put a negative card in there by error?
I love this.
I don't know who tanked that first one that I wasn't even involved in.
So wait, let me see this. I don't understand this.
So it has to be fair. Which... We
This is a terrible
Remove
Mythos
each
card
deep
for
one
me
from
to
the
trade
board,
off revealing
including
myself
the deep.
for.
So that saves us from running out.
Well, no, but you have to... This is the guaranteed fail effect. Right?
Yeah,
No.
but this isn't a fail effect.
It doesn't
It's
have a
an
fail
offer.
effect. He can accept or decline it.
Oh.
So he can accept to move them all off the board. But then, however,
If I accept, remove all the deep ones from the board.
right, but then,
Place each monarch in the deep. Then place this card in play in the play area, and again,
Gain the following ability.
When chaos cards are added to the skill check, you are not.
if you are not in the brig.
Also add the top card of the.
So we
treachery
just
deck.
put you in the brig, and that doesn't happen. We just put you in the brig, and then that doesn't happen.
Accept.
Well, that seems sort of. That's not. What's that for?
That's for when you're revealed as the traitor.
Wait, it's in all of them, right?
Is that all of them?
Okay, so now we're not going to run out of those.
Okay. Oh, I have new rules. However, that is the end of my turn. Mythos phase.
How the hell?
So how do you
Wait, though.
Let me
Wait.
see. So you're the
So
traitor. How does...
they move, they don't move. The boat arrives.
Oh,
Don't you have to do the end of this card?
No, it
he
says,
just triggers
Oh.
the fail
It
effect.
says ignoring
Oh,
the
shit.
activation and track icons.
Here, put that back in your thing. We have to put you in the brig before we have another skill check.
We're looking. I want to see. Reveal. Turn structure. Receive skills.
Well, that was a little better than actual
Perform
greater
2 actions on the
finish.
Yeah, because that's never going to happen.
Okay, so you don't resolve those. Look at your turn sequence.
Oh, okay. Da-da-da-da-da. You cannot have more than one skill to each deck. You cannot use abilities on the character sheet or on ship spaces.
You can draw treachery cards and use their abilities. You can attack and be attacked by humans. Humans cannot use the action ability of your space. Keep him out of the goddamn chapel. Or wherever we need to do. Oh, we have
chapel-
to get him out of there! Fuck. Okay, I have a rifle. I can shoot him.
I have my 6-shooter.
Okay, but what says he doesn't resolve Mythos?
At the turn structure, I'm looking at this. So he gets his skills, his actions. He still gets his 2 actions.
Can you
And
still
then-
put him in the brig?
We can.
If
Oh
you
no,
are
wait.
in the
I
brig,
don't.
you must discard skill cards that have a total value of 12 or more before he moves. If we put him in the brig.
But I don't know if we can put the traitor in the brig once he's revealed. He's not gonna.
Well, it just says if you are in the brig, you must discard skill cards.
Yeah, but I don't know if we can. Once you're revealed.
No, it's only a human.
Yeah.
Okay.
Attack a
So
human in
the
your
mythos
space.
doesn't happen on my turn.
No.
Okay. That's fair.
Well, yeah, you're already wreaking enough havoc for crying out loud. So
well, I only get
this
to
still
trigger one
doesn't
mythos,
move.
and actually all that did was help you, which is terrible. It was a terrible time to reveal myself.
But was that actually for the text of that? It didn't have a pass fail, did it?
No. It said resolve that card's fail effect or one of that card's choices that does not include a skill check.
Right, so he
But
resolved.
you get to choose it.
No, because it's specifically
The
that
card was specifically for Ishmael.
But it is. But that makes your ability very.
It was just
Because
a
some
bad-
of
was
them,
just the one
some
card.
of them are not
Yeah.
accept or like.
It was just a bad draw for.
I still think you would have. You should have been able to pick it yourself. That's my thought.
Mother has a request.
Resolve. It says specifically resolve that card's fail effect, but there wasn't a fail effect.
But if you get, but it still says you get a choice, right?
Fail effect or one of that card's choices that does not include a skill check.
So you got to pick the choice on that card. That's the way I hear it. Whoever it says.
Even though the card is specifically for Ishmael.
Yeah, or even if it said the captain only, or if it said the tome keeper only.
Well, if that's the case,
We lose, yes. But that's how
I don't think so because not all of the cards are specifically directed at a person. Like it's the luck of the draw.
it is the luck of the draw. But I mean, some of them might say the
but
ship
this is
captain.
saying
or
I'm triggering it and
he's
it's
triggering
failing,
it, and he
or-
just resolves the fail effect or the chosen effect of the drawn card.
Yeah. Resolve that card's fail effect or one of that card's choices.
Yeah. So I still think you get to pick the choice on that card.
Okay, well, we only had 3 left.
Yes, so we did die. But
Yes.
So we're overwhelmed!
All right, from being saved to dying. That's wonderful. Just wonderful.
Again, you're the traitor.
What do you mean again?
Again,
It's only happened once before, and it was a surprise last time too.
So was that your first card you drew?
No, it was the second one. At the beginning, when everybody was so convinced, and Reva was just straight poker facing it. I drew this the second time around.
So somehow someone put in the wrong
Card. Don't look at me.
I don't know.
But that really made me laugh. I actually thought you were the traitor, which is why you looked at him, because why didn't you look at me? I don't think you and I are the only people. I thought you and I were the only people that could put these in.
The will?
But he can, I guess.
I don't have will cards.
No. So it's either you or I.
Which I found was kind of interesting because I never played a will card before. I haven't not played one will card.
That's why I'm like,
And it wasn't me, because I didn't put any.
you didn't put any, so I'm like,
No.
it's one of you two.
I haven't-
But you checked me.
I
so I'm like,
haven't
okay,
been
it's
playing them,
probably
and I
not.
just used
So
like 5 of them to get
That's
the
why
other,
I'm
these
thinking
other
it was
cards.
Reva. So I'm like,
And it's got to be Reva because it was like 50-50.
And when I drew this, it was so hard to not be like.
Did I pick up more
What?
than one card?
I don't know. Someone put in an extra card that they probably shouldn't have.
Well,
Someone probably just boop, and didn't realize it.
Yeah,
And it
But
started
then-
my
could have been-
and it started the suspicion
no,
rounds.
because
I'm all
I've
like,
literally been hanging on to all of my fucking
oh
will
my god,
cards.
look at all those.
And I just played. How many did I just play? I played like 3 or 4 of them.
Oh my god.
All of the two will cards
we
that
were
came up
looking at
with
the wrong. We were all fine until the second half.
Yeah.
Looking at, I was dead set, Reva.
I
You
thought
were-
it was
you
him
were
because
it.
I was like, why would you check him?
Yeah. It was really funny.
I'm like, why would you check
Molly,
him?
I'm human. I promise.
When I drew this and
Human.
confirmed that there was only one of them, I was like, Reva, you dirty little snake.
We were all convinced. that you were.
But that's what was making me laugh because I actually knew I wasn't. So it was really easy for me to be like, I don't know, you should have checked. Because I wasn't hiding anything. I'm not the traitor.
I had to read this card twice. I'm like, now wait. Because if it's her, what is this? Is this a different thing?
Well, that's funny that you all actually really thought it was me.
Oh,
I thought it was him.
I wasn't
Legit.
sure.
I really.
I thought for sure it was him.
I thought Eric was sort of sandbagging, and
It would be something I would do, but
Yeah.
no, it was legit. It was like,
I'm all like, because after
yeah.
Eric,
But then
was my
I
second one.
wasn't sure because the look on his face after he looked at your card, I was like, son of a gun, how's that possible?
I'm all like, because I'm all like, okay. At the beginning, I'm all like, well, it could have been anybody, but after that round, Joe being in the brig,
Negative cards.
not contributing, and one of those came up, I'm all
Yeah,
like,
what were they? The bad ones?
reinforcement action spawn one deep one in the deep. Then if there are 4 or more deep ones in the deep, that's when they come back. So if there's 4 or more in the deep, then they come back.
Lord.
and they also come out with these guys too. If there's a 4 more, and one of these guys activate.
Or action, choose one. Activate each deep one in your space, or activate one deep one in any space.
Oh yeah, and deep ones don't attack you anymore. You're their friend. Fish your friends.
That's right.
Fishy friends?
If that hadn't done it, if we'd gotten around and
The
cards
last-
didn't kill us, I was totally just going to be like, I throw everything in there.
The last skill check that we did that had will, I literally put 8 in.
Well, we lost 5 due to me, so.
I was like, what the fuck?
That was a.
It does have the greater banishment.
It does have a greater banish. I have not looked through those spells. I have not looked through that spell book. They probably have
Yeah,
some
so-
cool because they all have a net positive on all those
Yeah.
spells.
He, ha, and they all thought it was me.
I was convinced.
Ding, ding, ding.
There are 2 greater banishments in here.
That's cool.
Okay, this is an item, and my puppy is an item. There's items. Trespassers.
Your ring of treachery.
Ring of treachery. Is that what that is?
Yes,
Oh,
you put.
hysterical.
That's how everybody remembers Unfathomable.
Yes, that's how.
And I'm a former cult member.
I was the first mate. I was helping the best I could.
I was a stowaway. I'm an albino from Somalia.
I'm just some spoiled dude,
Oh,
son.
give me those.
Spoiled dude son who turned fish.
Right. Who turned
Alrighty.
fish? I love it.
This is another great installment from Fantasy Flight. This is a very cool game. I did not expect to be the trader. I usually do not like to be. Because there was such strong suspicion before I pulled the card, it was actually kind of fun to to just sort of get in there and try to stay below the radar now. Since everybody...
Which I had zero suspicion of Joe at that point.
Well, I for a split second I did, but then I was like, no, he didn't even participate in that round because I was like, why is he just hanging out in the brig? And then
He
I was
did
like, nah. I was
volunteer.
like, he didn't even participate in that round, and I'm like,
Well, and at that point I was actually helping because I was able to
'Cause you were-
play my action cards and not try to break
and at that
out.
point, you were
yeah.
still a human. Nobody was the traitor at that point.
Yep.
And the next destination on the boat. Oh, that's not it.
No,
I think we put it all together.
Family ties.
It was that one.
so what was the next?
The
yeah,
next one was no.
yeah, that was the move too.
Yeah, but it wasn't that one. I think might have gotten in somewhere. It was a 2, and it was.
Is there another destination somewhere?
I don't know.
What was it?
It wasn't that one. Where are you? It was really rather placid.
What? So where is it?
Where did you go? It was the Real Wave, City, Deep One Ambush, and then...
No, these.
Oh, it was this one, Shipwreck Survivors. You may risk passengers to roll a die. If the result is 5 or more, gain 1 soul. But it would have been 2 more, and that would have been
Right,
put us to...
and then we just would have had
the
to
12.
move the ship.
Yep, and we would have been able to get to port, but we were somewhere out at sea. The ship was overrun by those guys, so...
In the deck too, there is transmute components, so I can transmute one thing for another thing.
Is there fuel in here?
So in other words, I could add more fuel.
Oh, and take away from something else? We see, that's
Oh,
nice.
see, so we could.
We need to use, those spells more.
Yeah, I don't see
Because
anything.
they're all
Yeah.
those spells are positive.
This is nerve wracking. Like every time, because there's so many different components that you're like trying to balance. This isn't as bad as what game did we play where everything we did, like there's so many pieces. It was like this one. It wasn't a ship one, but it was like we had so many different things, methods of losing.
I'll put myself in the break.
Is it not? What are we playing at your house?
Oh, ether fields?
Ether fields.
Yeah, because we're always looking at like, okay, are we out of red? Are we out of whatever? Or are we out of?
No, this is a really good game.
Yeah.
Even with the co-op games with the betrayer mechanic can be a little iffy, but this one is done really well.
So
There's
there's
not a lot of
hybrid.
animosity to it.
There's hybrid, and isn't there an actual fish person? Because there's hybrids and there's something else.
Oh, yeah. Hybrids means you're on their side.
Right, but
There's
isn't there an
humans-
actual fish person?
No, this is as tainted as you get.
Oh, for some reason I thought there was an actual fish person. Like there was this or hybrid. Oh my
There
god,
is-
look at the weird fish eyes and gills.
There's one other one that if you have an odd number of players, there's a cultist card in there that you can throw in. So it's possible to
Yeah,
have
that's awful.
another person as a cultist. But they have a even narrower window of winning. They only can win if the fishermen win, but you are you've hit the 12 destination or more, but you haven't made it to port.
Oh,
So they want you to-
super narrow window of
Yeah.
being able to get them.
Yeah, so that's where you want them to lose, is in that last leg.
Huh. What
the fact
is
that you
that
didn't argue
marker?
at all for yourself was just making me laugh.
I was convinced Viva.
That's why I was just
all
like, hey, he should
Reva's
have
a
looked.
traitor.
Yeah.
Joe's in the clear.
He should have
Reva's
looked.
Totally the traitor.
Right, he should have looked.
Well, it's
I went
funny
with the
that
obvious.
the circumstances at the beginning almost certainly cleared me, and at that point, I was on your side.
You were.
But it's just funny that those circumstances, I'm like, I want everybody to notice I didn't put any cards in. And then later on, I'm like, oh, I am a bad guy.
I don't know how that
That's too funny.
that card threw us off because we thought there was a
betrayer, and it was already there. So.
Unintentional.
unintentional. So
I like the backstory.
maybe one got stuck or something like that when we threw it in. I don't know.
It's possible. I mean, somebody put in extra that should have held back.
Alrighty.
But that was fun as hell.
So should we spare folks the cleanup?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you for watching. Anybody that's out there, this is a great game. Unfathomable
Super fun.
by Fantasy Flight. Another good game from them.
Oh yeah, such a yes.
Yeah, it's
Beautiful
great.
artwork, great board, really cool minis, really good mechanics. And I'm not just saying that because I just drowned all my friends.
You're saying it despite. No, Drew.
What are we streaming at 7:37?
It's supposed to be 6 through 7 is when we're supposed to go live tomorrow.
We started at what time?
Oh, today?
Yeah. how long is
A
the
little
stream?
before 3.
Okay. So,
Because we were supposed to start at 3 and you went live a little early, like 2:30 or so.
We've been so not that long because we took time to eat, which was like I don't know,
Half
15
hour?
minutes,
Yeah.
20 minutes, if
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, we took a 20-30 minute break. It's about a 3-hour
think they
game.
all finished.
Plus, we're
Those small
learning the
ones?
game.
Right. So
Yeah.
it's not because we've only been live for 4 hours, so it's really not that long.
No. About
Yeah.
3.5 hours, and some of that was set up because we went early. We went live a little early and started right around.
Yeah.
3.
'cause
Yeah,
I
those
had
should
the
all-
music playing or whatnot, just to let the stream sit in and.
Yep. And
And all that.
like I said,
But
we
the
were
game was
learning.
a
We consulted
blast.
the rules a few times. So yeah, this is a good game.
Yeah, Battlestar Galactica runs much the same.
Yeah, and I didn't get to play that one, which I'm actually not upset at.
It's like I have it, and
I would
have
like to play it. I'm just, I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe glad I didn't play it the time you did.
yeah.
Because
Very
it sounded
true.
like it was a mess.
I mean, there were only 3 of us,
Yeah.
but it was interesting. It was worth playing there.
Good night, everybody.